RTM podcast show.
To the world and them girls.
Young Spray, Queen Ice Cream.
How you mean?
In Northwest London, born and raised. In Kilburn is where she spent most of her days. Chilling out, matching, relaxing, all queening. Then her and Mafiella did start diva twinning. And Young Spray, well, I was up to no good. Always making trouble in the neighbourhood.
What?
Did a one liquor ups and the judge didn't care. He said, I'm sending you to prison right now for 2 years. I blew my mama kissing them when I saw tears. Her face showed the limit of the pain she could bear. If anything I could say, the sentence weren't fair. But I thought, nah, forget it. Yo, mama, have no fear. Have no fear, mama. I know I'm only 16, but I'm built for this.
That's what
Yo.
I told myself.
I pulled up to the jail around 7 or 8 and I yelled to the sweatbox, yo fam, link you later. Welcome to Feltham, I was finally here. They took me to Swallow and it started from there. That's where it all started, man. You're just like me, I'm just like you. I was a bad you too. But you could change, man.
You can change. Have faith.
RTM.
Really the most.
Boom. Welcome to the RTM podcast show, season 5, episode 7. Don't know, Young Spray, Big Bad Spray. I'm happy today, smiling because I thought I could do it with that cream, you get me? But I crashed the car, you get me? The car crashed, you get what I'm saying? The car crashed. You lot saw the Rodney P thing, it's crashed, you get me? She's back, you know what I mean? So, co-host.
Cream, you know the vibes.
Yeah, she come all dress up and you get me, but yeah, nah, I need her still. I'm not even gonna lie, I went mad still all this fun. I went too crazy, but she's here.
Did you?
And I'm gonna act good today. Today, our special guest is. I can just feel you looking at me from the side. Miss Claira, Hermet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi.
If you might not have heard of her because, like. Might be, I don't know, in jail or something. You know, our listeners are mental, innit? No, but you know what it is? Our listeners are mental, yeah? So, but industry-wise, she's been in the industry for as long as I can remember.
Giving away my age.
Easy, you're giving away mine with that one. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, boom, she's been in the industry a long time. I wanted to give her flowers for the longevity that she's kind of been in the industry, a male-dominated industry, and a youthful-dominated industry as well. You know, us old heads, like, we have to find something to do. So it's, no, but you get what I'm saying? It's good when I see, you get what I'm saying? When I see someone still doing something. So, yeah, just want to give you flowers for that. And plus, obviously, she works for BBC and all that. So I wanted you lot to know that I do actually know law-abiding citizens, not just preacher, you get what I'm saying? Not just ex-inmates and do you get what I'm saying? I know proper people, do you get what I'm saying? And visuals as well, lovely white woman, you get what I'm saying? Bringing a race straight in, you get me? Straight, you get what I'm saying? But yeah, car, we don't normally have bare white people in it. Last time it was Lou, and then big up Lou.
Big up Lou.
It's gangster.
Come on.
And
Alison, skinny man.
Skinny man ain't white.
Ain't he? You're a joker.
No, I was just joking. Like, ask Skinny man, he'll tell you, he'll tell you red, gold, and green.
We had Don Strapsy on here as
well.
but
I'm chatting shit now, and I'm supposed to be calm today. Putting out.
Okay, let's do calm vibes.
Yeah, let's start. Boom. Claira, how are you today? Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
yeah, happy New Year.
Cold. It's so cold today as well.
It is, yeah.
And
I was up at 3:45 for work, 3:45 a.m.
Do you know what? I wasn't even gonna say nothing, but I've actually had about 2 hours sleep. I swear that. I had about 4 Red Bulls on the way.
Oh my gosh.
This is going to be a fun episode.
You know what it is? Cream always like, she gets onto me for the female energy, innit? Because more time we have males, and obviously she's a gangster, innit? So she can kind of roll, innit? But she just likes to have, like, this is, you get what I'm saying?
I want to have some females as
So-
well. Do you know what I mean?
Today's main subject's gonna be relationships. So you lot are gonna be
Or the
trying
lack of.
Yeah, you lot are gonna be trying to gang up. Yeah, single versus relationship.
Yeah.
Single versus relationship.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Oh no, your relationship as well, innit? Shower man.
Yeah, man. Wife
yeah.
off, wife
Yeah,
off.
I forget. So yeah, boom. So we're gonna talk about that in the main subject. But first and foremost, because obviously I know your back. Well, not really your background, so it'll be interesting for me today. But just to let the people know who you are, like where you're from, where was you born?
So I was born in Essex, and I grew up on my granddad's farm, actually.
Really?
In like rural Essex. And then, yeah, I think I moved to London when I was 23. I moved to Brixton. So I went from a farm to Brixton.
Brixton. I wanted to cut in about 3 times just then, and I actually had to tell myself, don't cut in. I'm doing good. Straight, like I swear I'm doing good.
What was you gonna say?
I was gonna jump in as soon as Essex girl. Like I had to tell myself, don't. I swear. Bam. See what she said? Yeah. All the necessary. I was gonna say, Essex girl. Like and I realised I'm actually a madman.
Sorry,
I had
bro,
to
you
tell
good?
myself, don't do it, spray. But yeah.
Were you going to do an Essex girl joke?
No. Just Essex girl. No.
Right, good.
What's the Essex girl?
Like,
joke?
how does an Essex girl turn on a light after sex? Opens the car door.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, that's mental. That's mental.
Yeah, that's actually a good one. Have you ever had sex in a car?
Of course I have.
fuck,
Come on.
No, that's a stupid question.
You haven't lived if you haven't had sex in a car, have you?
Well,
Okay.
you're a bit of a dickhead if you haven't. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? You're a bit mad. You get me? If you're waiting till you get home, you're mental.
Sex is car sex is basics. That's basic.
You get
Level.
what I'm
That's
saying?
level
101.
one. That's level 1.
Yeah. If you're not on that,
Yeah.
and man will do it in a car anywhere. In front of any, like, I'm going anyway.
Yeah, like
Where was you born?
In Essex?
Yeah, I'm
I was
going
born
mad.
I was born in Colchester, which is
Colchester, I know.
Britain's oldest recorded town.
Colchester.
It's now a city, actually, everyone.
Who's from Colchester again? Charlie.
Me.
Charlie, EGA. Big up Charlie. Swear
Lots
Charlie's
of people from Colchester. It's all right, you know. But I was born there, and then I grew up on a farm. So and then I did actually move to Colchester when I was 18, 19.
All right, so
There for a bit.
So you grew up in Colchester.
Yeah.
So primary school, secondary school.
My mum was a school teacher.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, my mum was a school teacher. So primary school was pretty cool, but my mum died when I was 9.
Oh,
so
sorry to
that
hear that.
completely changed my whole entire life. So secondary school was completely different to my primary school experience. So yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
How was that? If you don't mind me asking, because obviously my mum's dead, but well, not obviously, but I'm saying like it's different because I was older, innit? I was an adult,
yeah.
so I don't know.
I
Obviously,
think-
do you know what I mean?
I feel like when your parent dies when you're a kid, it is the pillar that like it's going to be how it shapes you. Like it makes everything that you are and everything that you're not. And I also think there's a lot to be said with how it's dealt with. So what happens when you die, like the people that are left, so your adult family members, how do they cope with it? How do they deal with it? And do they give you space to grieve and to process like what's happened? And in my case, that didn't happen. So there was a lot of repressed emotion, and yeah, it all got, I'd say up until my mum died, my life was pretty idyllic. Like if you could imagine like the perfect kind of like family life, it was that. And the moment my mum died, everything changed forever.
Was your mum and dad together?
My mum and dad were together, yeah, but my dad got a new girlfriend 3 weeks after my mum died.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have?
What do you mean? They were together and then he got a new girl.
Yeah. I think my dad...
You sure you didn't remember this wrong?
No.
'Cause he was 9.
No. I think the thing is that with my dad is that he went into like a mad panic. Like, how am I going to survive? I've got 3 children. Like my wife, him and my mum were really close, and I think he just can't. He couldn't be on his own, and he tried to kind of find someone who was really different from my mum, and yeah, that's what he did.
So go on, Cream, because
Was it something sudden, or was it something?
She
that
had breast cancer.
Okay.
So yeah, so she had breast cancer, but no one told her she was going to die. So you know, it's like when you're a kid, in my head, I was like, old people die. Like that's just what I thought because I was a kid. I didn't think my mum was going to die, but she was really ill, like really, really ill, and she'd come home to die essentially because we were going to go and we were seeing her in the hospice, but I didn't know what hospice was. I thought it was just another hospital. No one told me. So she'd come home, but we couldn't really go and see her, and she'd had a mastectomy, so she'd had her breast removed, but she had like kind of a lot of open like flesh wounds and stuff as well. And I went to school, and then I came back, and she was gone. Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that, man.
Great way to start the podcast.
No.
Enjoy.
Do you know what it is? Everyone's got their own separate story. And to be
Yeah.
fair, we've had not even, I can't say sob story. That's
No,
the
but it's
wrong
someone's
thing to
true
say.
story, right?
But I'm
Like,
saying
that's what it is.
My liquor brother, my liquor big brother, remember Stanner? Remember, my brethren lost his mum and dad them age there. Do you get what I'm saying? Both of them. So, not like that, but so how did your dad handle it?
I mean, I think that I don't know if he ever has really dealt with it, I'll be honest.
No, I mean with you lot. Like,
He just worked a lot.
Is he still with that partner?
No, he was with her for 23 years.
Oh, really?
But I think his way of dealing with it was just to work. So just throw himself into work. So I think all of us, because my sister was 12, I was 9, my brother was 6.
So you're in the middle.
I was in the middle, but it was kind of just like we all dealt with it on our own.
Yeah.
Secondary school.
Yeah.
Because you was 9. So how did that? Because I just want to move you on from that.
Go on, yeah.
Because it's too.
Secondary
I know
school.
about traumatic. You get me? I don't want to hang on. I don't want to stay on there. You
I
get
went to 2 different secondary schools. The first one, I was bullied for being fat, which was fun.
me? Was you fat? You?
I wasn't fat. I was like I suppose, yeah. I was kind of like quite chunky. I think when I was
was fat.
13, I weighed 13 stone.
You was fat.
And
No,
so
we call that fluffy, innit?
yeah,
Fat,
Yeah,
fat,
just
fat.
a bit thick.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like at that time it was a different.
That's not
13.
fat.
When she was 13, she was 13 stone.
Yeah,
she
but I'm
was
quite
fat.
tall. Probably not that far off. That
Tall
weight
people,
now,
the
you
weight
know,
stretches anyway. Like, we always are bigger than what people
She was
think
fat.
that we are.
You was fat. You was fat.
so
You
funny.
good now. But you look good now.
But
Like,
when,
you do look
I feel
good
like
now.
I
You do
feel
look
like
good
whether
now.
I was or not, like
Yeah,
the fact that
you
was
were
what
still-
people chose
yeah.
to bully me about.
No, but
was-
that's how kids are terrible.
They are. So then when I was
Nasty.
15, I developed an eating disorder. So I had bulimia from the age of 15 to 25, which was wild. Eating disorders are like not fun.
How light did you go down to?
My weight, probably about 9 stone.
Really?
Which sound like for a lot of people, 9 stone's not that light, but for me,
For tall people,
and
that
I'm
is-
like,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
my
yeah.
You're
bones
gonna- you're
structure,
gonna be
everything,
gaunt,
I looked
very gaunt,
horrible,
yeah.
like, I looked horrible. And it just, nothing was enough. Like it was never going to be enough. And actually what happens like with bulimia, because you kind of like you're purging and then vomiting, it was kind of like a drug addiction. I was spending so much money a week on food, like hundreds of pounds a week on food just to eat it and throw it up. It took over my whole entire life. It was like, I just thought I'd never ever get away from it.
Was you living alone at that time?
I was living with my friend. So I was a kid. So it was when I was 15, and then I moved out when I was like 18, 19. And I shared the house with my friends, and all through that time, until I was like 25.
How did you get out of that?
So the biggest change happened because I had like a really good friend from Essex who her dad had been going to St Vincent the Grenadines every year since she was a
Vinci,
kid.
21 Savages ends.
That's,
I'm talking
it's my
again.
ends.
Go
It
on,
will
go
be
on,
my
go
ends
on.
one day. But she used. So I met her when I was 18, and she used to tell me about like St Vincent, and her dad lived on one of the islands called Beckway, and she would go every year. So when I was 23, I went to St Vincent, and so at that point, like I probably hadn't not been sick for more than like 1 or 2 days, and I was there for 2 weeks. And I went to like Beckway. We went on New Year's Eve. It was like the best experience, but I wasn't sick the whole entire time. There's something like really special about that place, and
You
I
like
think
the food?
no, it wasn't. It's not the food. It's when you.
And the food you like.
Yeah,
I was going to
What
say
you
the
like?
food.
The food's good, but what I think it is like when you go somewhere, like especially like Beckway, or if you're in the bush in St Vincent, there's so much nature that is like the air is alive. The energy, like when people talk about energy and vibrations, I feel like there you can feel it. Like the air's floral, and there was just something about that space where it was like I don't have to do this, and because then I proved to myself that I didn't do it for 2 weeks. That was the change. I had loads of therapy and stuff after that, but that was the kind of like trigger point for me to say, hold on a second, this is about like perception, like location, like all of these different things.
This is bad, you know.
So
Yeah, you bust us on this.
You bust me on this.
yeah,
you know.
see, rum and
You bust me
ginger.
on this deal.
Rum and ginger.
I hope,
Yeah.
hopefully, I'm not like Swiss by the end of this episode. Swiss went mad. He did it. I gave him because we done
Big
the
up
RTM.
Swiss.
Big up Swiss.
Yeah.
But we done the RTM Records Awards, RTM Awards, and I posted on the Instagram innit, like, yeah, we forgot to give Swiss the most drunk, the most drunk guest of 2022. Yeah, fam, he never liked the post, innit? Like, you know, like he liked the next post. You know when man do that, because I do that sometimes just to make man know, like, I
He
didn't
didn't
like that
find it
post.
funny.
Yeah, I didn't like that, but I like the next one. Just so you know, I didn't like that one. But yeah, nah, big
No,
up
I'm
sis.
definitely gonna have this again at home, but I'm
This
gonna
up,
have
but
some
yeah.
lime,
Yeah, it needs a bit
little
of
bit of lime,
it'll
and
be
that's
perfect.
it. Little lime.
Yeah, cream.
Yeah.
This is your.
No, go on. You're doing.
Oh
your thing, innit?
my god! So can you lot see now? I'm trying to let her. You lot want her to like, yeah, let Cream host and
Here
their
you go.
madness, but you can see she.
No, we're both talking, aren't
She
we?
knows
Yeah, you
who
are.
the host is. You get me?
Here we go.
She knows
Here we go.
who the
She's
host
I
joking,
feel,
you know.
I feel like Cream's sitting there. She's gathering information, and then she's gonna have.
Yeah,
What
that's
is-
more me.
She knows who the host is. Who's the host with the
Here
most?
we
You
go.
get me?
Here we go.
You
Here
know,
we
you
go.
just-
Deco.
No, 'cause there's people that can be the host with the most, and then there's, you get me? There's like the dogs and. I'm
Sorry?
joking.
What?
Huh?
Are you talking about?
No, it says, I got
yeah.
a question for
Nah,
you,
she-
yeah?
go on,
I got
you
a question
said
for
the
you.
joke.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
joking,
got-
man.
yeah.
Just-
It's all right, come on.
With them experiences happening so young in your life, like you said with your mum, and you said your dad going into work, yeah? How did that affect your relationships with men? Like, not like that in high school, because we're at high school now, so how did
Dive
that
straight
affect?
in.
That's what I'm saying. The man's just gone straight in.
No. What I would say is, in high school, I didn't have any relationships. So I categorically didn't have. I think when I was at my second secondary school, I went to for the last 2 years of school, I had one boyfriend, who I went out with for like 2 weeks, and we kissed once in that 2 weeks. I just didn't have any boyfriends during that time.
In high school.
Yeah, but what I will say is I was a member of. I probably shouldn't say this. This is a terrible thing to say right now. But
BBC?
No, not that. I was a
No, but
member.
I'm saying, remember BBC?
Yeah,
so
no,
just-
it's fine. I got that.
okay, cool.
People are gonna anyway. We'll
No,
leave
but
that.
you know what I
BBC stands for multiple things. Anyway, we're moving on. So
Of course it
I was part of the Young
I
Farmers
nearly
Club.
said it, but it would have been away, you
Young
know.
Farmers Club.
The Young Farmers Club, right? So when I was 15 and I was at school, obviously we're not old enough to go out, and there was like this. there's
have been a way, innit?
Young Farmers Club is like a national organisation, and they have parties in barns basically every week. So I was going to
Big
that.
black cop.
Oh, sorry. Have you got
Oh,
Tourette's?
believe
He's got Tourette's.
No, you know what?
Couldn't let it go.
Yeah.
Did you just get that? Or-
Tourette's,
Did you just get that? Or
No.
You couldn't hold it in.
I'm an idiot. I'm even saying I can't say it because it will be away. I'm knowing not to say it.
But you
I've
just
way
couldn't.
it's out.
You just couldn't do it.
Because I checked her. Have you seen her Instagram? Yeah, why is on her page?
British.
Have you seen the Instagram page?
British Broadcasting
Full
Society.
of ways. Gone.
It's not even that. Is it?
It's not society.
Oh my God, you're trying to get fat. She don't even know.
I'm
What
getting
is
the
the,
most.
what is the, what's the C again, though?
British Broadcasting Corporation. I'm going to get the 2023 award for
Me on
most
blast
drunk.
right now.
Anyway, that's where I had more of a social life.
No,
in
because
school.
a man said, sorry. But a man in the comments on the Rodney P thing, he's like, he said, big bad BBC spray. I
Big
said,
blood.
why?
But do you know what it
Big
means?
bomber clock. That's what he said. He said, bomber clock. I said, he said, you've been watching too much Blue movie, dog. I said, don't do that about big bad BBC spray. Don't ever do that again. Don't comment that again.
Is that a category?
Huh?
I feel like that's your.
Is what?
your
Is that
porn name.
BB? Is that
If you
BB?
were gonna do porn, that's
BBC
your
a
porn name.
No,
category?
innit?
It must.
No,
Is
but
that what a cat? Is that?
BBC, I'll be lying.
Well, at least you're honest.
BBC, I'll be lying though. I'm really the most. I can't just say I'm BBC. You get me? I'm medium rare. Oh my gosh, Cream's laughing. This is mad for me. Fuck this. I'll end the show now. I'll end the show now though. I'm a grower, not a shower. I'll end the show now. I'm a grower, not a shower, but I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'll get the job
I
done.
got the motion in the ocean.
Fam, I'll get the job.
It's
Fam,
not
I'll get
the
the
size
job
of the
done.
boat. It's the
I'll get
motion
the
in
job
the
done.
ocean.
See man that's been in relationship for 15 years, you can't pre them.
How do you know? You don't know what his sex life is like.
No, you
having
can't
the
pre them
best
because
time.
that means you held up a thing for 15 years.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you must know
Be
what
doing
you're
something right.
100%.
You understand? You must be know what you're doing because you held up a thing for 15. So I'll have my flowers, please. And boom, MBC. I'm going mad. Boom. Oh my gosh, bigger laughter. But you're going mad anyway.
Newest category on Pornhub.
Forget all of that
NBC.
anyway. Forget all of that anyway. Medium black cop. You get me?
You have to spell it out. They knew.
Oh, I'm going mad. That's a why, innit? It's true, there's no one to why me. I got to wire myself. But you're here, don't be shy to wire, you know. Deeks is here, don't be shy to wire, you know. 'Cause Cream will laugh at me, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So sorry, we're
Carry
going mad, yeah?
Yeah.
So after all that traumatic and upbringing and all of that, what kind of pushed you into journalism, or how did you get here?
Who knows? Who
Yeah,
knows
you
how
know-
I
no,
got
but I
here?
remember-
No.
Where did you start in the whole industry?
So-
Because I remember you working at GRM. I'm doing
Yeah.
it again, and it keeping on
No, it's
talking.
alright, go
I'm
on.
asking a million questions, not letting you answer. What was the first question that I asked?
I think you just got to stop critiquing yourself.
No,
Just do you.
Yes,
You
I
know,
know.
it's fine. We got you.
Moving
So
mad insecure, innit?
I used to be really shy.
I'm moving insecure, innit?
You're fine.
Alright, cool.
I used to be really shy.
Uh,
And even when I was in my teens and early 20s, I was really shy. Like, so shy, I'd struggle to make a phone call, couldn't talk to people. I had a job in a bar. I would struggle to, like,
break your virginity.
no, I'd lost my virginity when I was 15.
That was a struggle.
That wasn't a struggle. I wasn't shy about that. But but it was just like having conversations with
little bit,
people.
sorry.
And
Just a little.
yeah, you're blocking. Thanks. So yeah, I was just really shy, and I had no idea that I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, I was completely lost, if I'm being honest. I had no sense of direction, no
Fatty
sense of
Arbuckle.
anything. Yeah, that was me. No, by that time I was really skinny. I decided I wanted to be a glamour model actually when I was 20, and I had a boob job. I tried to do glamour modelling for about 2 months and I hated it. And I realised that actually changing my body made no difference to how I felt about myself. I still felt as like insecure. I still felt as I hated myself as much as I did before. And then I wouldn't really speak to anyone, but I was invited to like an industry party with a friend who did some presenting, and I'd had a couple of glasses of wine, and this guy's like, I've got a channel on Sky. We're doing like this new, it was an interactive gaming show. The ones that got in lots of trouble later down the line. But he was like, we need some presenters. And I was being really chatty because I was drunk, essentially. And he's like, you know, you'd be perfect. So I got his card. And the next day I was like, I can't call him. And the boyfriend I had at the time was like, you have to call him, like, call him. So I did. I went and did a screen test, which was the most painful thing ever for me. It was so uncomfortable. And I was shit, like so shit, that if that tape exists anywhere, burn it. And the producer of the show was like, we can't use her. Like, we could never use her. But the guy that owned the channel was like, yeah, we can. And he gave me a glass of wine the first night before it went on air. And what happened is they just got loads more interaction the night that I happened to be on air. So that was it. From then on, I worked for them. But I had loads of aspiration. I guess I'd love to have done like music stuff from them, but I just didn't have the confidence. I ended up working for Sky. They had their own gaming channel. So I ended up there. And my sister got diagnosed with breast cancer when I was 22. She was 25. I was 23. She was 25. So at that point, I was driving to Sky in Teddington, and I started having mad panic attacks, which I didn't know were panic attacks. I was having to get my dad and my brother to come like pick me up off the roadside. I was having panic attacks when I was driving and when I was on air. So it was a nightmare. Like, I'd be doing a live TV show and I'd just stop and they'd be in my ear like, Claira, because I felt like I was going to die, pass out, faint, whatever. So I had to quit. And I ended up training as a personal trainer because I was just like, I need to do something that's grounding and physical. So I did that. And then I did that for a year. I started like a company. We were doing like boot camps all over London. And then
good in the gym and that, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good in the gym. I've been there today. And then when I was 26, I was like, I want to present. Like, I want to present. I had a boyfriend who was on Radio 1. I was like, I want to do this.
Who
like,
was
this
that?
is what I want to do. Top secret information.
Who's that, man? You weren't your boyfriend then, man. You lot was just beating, man.
Okay, if that's what you want to call
No,
it.
but you get what I'm saying? He wasn't your boyfriend.
But he was my boyfriend, yeah.
Why would
But
you
anyway,
want to hide it then?
because it's
Who is
just
it?
because it's a long time ago in my
No, but
past.
who is it?
And I don't
Maybe
need to
she
talk
don't
about
wanna
it.
mention
I just
his
don't
name.
want
I've
to.
got, because you went out, I've Googled it, it says Deji, it didn't say no radio.
I didn't go. I never went out with
It didn't
Deji.
say no radio.
Anyway, don't worry about that.
KSI's
I didn't go out. I never went out with Deji.
It's got you on the internet.
I know. Oh my
2014.
God. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. But so that was the trigger for me. That's like, I really want to do this. So I went out, got my friend to film me doing like some interviews with people. So I basically just made a show reel, and then I started doing some interviews for Officially Urban, like this online platform. So
I know them. I've heard of them.
yeah, so they went to uni with Posty from Grime Daily, and at the time Donatella was doing stuff for Grime Daily.
Big up Donatello.
I was doing stuff for Officially Urban. Yeah, big up Donatella.
Yeah,
and then I think she was away or something happened, and they had an interview. Grime Daily had an interview with Lethal B, and they were like, "Can we borrow your presenter?"
Okay.
Essentially. So I went and interviewed Lethal B, and then I think that like the views or the comments or whatever, and Posty still he didn't necessarily want me. I used to call him all the time and be like, Posty, like, what are you doing? Like this, you need to do. I've got great ideas. We can do this. We can do that.
Didn't you ever try and beat?
Never.
Never tried
No.
to. Hey, did you see the thing, the video, East London? Say East London.
I saw that.
I posted that.
Did you?
Yeah, I leaked it. But that's what I'm
For
saying.
real?
You look better than that girl, though.
Thanks. Yeah, but that would never be me.
No, but I'm saying, why weren't he on it?
I think that I'm quite a strong personality,
Oh,
I have quite strong boundaries as well. So I feel like
You just had to leave it for the Eastern Europeans.
all of that time, me being in the music industry. So I love like my music growing up. I love like R&B, hip hop, dancehall, reggae, and then I used to DJ garage a little bit when I was like 18. And then it obviously garage went from garage to grime. So then that's like where my interest came in the music scene. And what I was seeing was like there was like T4 where you'd have kind of all of the, you know, like indie bands or whatever, and it was really funny and fun. But I didn't see anything like that for like the artists that I was listening to and that I loved. And I was like, maybe, you know, like maybe I could do that style of interview with these people, and that's what I wanted to do. And that's why I was just like so driven. So when I was working for Grime Daily, I was like, right, we have to try and get like these artists, and we're going to try and get American artists, and we're going to try and do this, and we're going to try and do that. And
How was it like working for GRM?
it was cool. Like I think it was really early days then when I worked for them. And there was a youth organisation who I worked for later called Bigger Fish. And we had like, GRM had an office in their basement. And so we were working from there. And like, yeah, I was really pushy because I would say to them, we need to make this like a TV channel. We need to like schedule program, which is what everyone does now. But at that time, everyone's like, you're crazy. And I was like, no, this is how we have to do it. This is going to be so. So I think I was a little bit ahead of my time like that. But yeah, then I started doing the like Grime Daily stuff and getting to interview people and just, yeah. And I think that my shyness, what would happen is on camera, people were like, oh, she's like mad confident, or she's funny, or she's a bit weird. I'm all of those things, I think. But off camera, I was still really shy. And then people perceived that as me being rude and cold.
Right.
And that, like a few years later, that got fed back to me and it broke my heart. It was really sad. Cause
That you was rude and cold?
I wasn't rude and cold. It was
So why would it break your heart?
because that's how people were perceiving me. Because my behavior was like, if I saw you like or like Cream on here and you're like chatting away and you're kind of happy and you're bubbly, and then I meet you in person like at an event or whatever, and you're just like not that, you think like, oh, is she just being rude to me, or is he just being rude to me? But it was never rudeness. It was that I was so uncomfortable in my own person that I didn't know how to communicate with people. So I've had to learn how to do that.
Yeah. Sometimes.
So from Grime Daily, where did you go from there?
Started doing my own stuff.
Making your own content.
Started doing week to week, which I went out on Grime Daily for a little while, which would be an interview, hidden camera, prank, and then comment corner. Because the comments I used to get on YouTube would be so brutal, so I'd just take them and then try and like flip them and make them funny. And then after that, I did Heart to Heart, which was my interview series, which I suppose is the one that most people watched, knew me for, and still ask me about to this day.
What was your favourite guest that you interviewed?
Whatever.
Let's just say for Grime Daily for now.
I don't think I could choose. And don't forget, some people I interviewed them like more than once as well. Like you'd see people over and over again. What I will say is, like Skepta once, I interviewed him on a red carpet, did the whole interview, and then got to the end and realised that the microphone wasn't on.
Oh, don't lie.
So I had to go up.
We got to the end of our whole podcast without realising.
Oh, you had to do it again.
We didn't do it again.
We just left
It's
it.
just check out the China episode and you hear the audio and that, and you know what happened. You get what I'm saying?
But then I said to him, like, I'm really sorry, my mic wasn't on. Can we do it again? And he did. So I think like stuff like, you know, things like that. There was
Skepta liked you then.
There was one time where
Skepta liked you then, you know. I know Skepta would have just walked off. He was like, you took Skepta would have fucked it off.
There was one time where I don't know who was there. We were like in a studio, and there was like.
Jammer.
No, Jammer wasn't there. It was I can't remember who I'd gone to interview. I'd gone to interview like some artists, and we decided we played a prank on Posty, which we filmed, and then he wouldn't let us put out. But we we told him, because you know there's a rap video of his out there. Do you know about this?
I know about
Him and
Ira.
Pierre.
I know about Ira.
It's called In the Hood. I'll find it for you, or In the Hood maybe.
I know about Ira.
I'm in the hood. I'm in the hood. So there's this video, and they couldn't take it down because they can't remember the password for. I'm sure it's still there. Like they couldn't remember the password for the YouTube channel they'd uploaded it on. So, and I thought it was like the funniest thing. So then we pretended to be someone from like Spliff. I think it was Spliff TV. Like, so one of the guys called and was like, "Yo, like we've got this video. We're putting it." Oh no, one of the guys called and they're like, "Posty, have you seen the video? Like, have you and Pierre, the music video? It's up, dude. It's on like 30,000 views. Like the comments are mad." And he was driving and he's like, "What the fuck?" Like he was really panicking. Then he's like, "You need to call the guy." Then I think it was, I can't remember who was there. I feel like it was like Wretch, like a couple of other people. Then they'd all call him, like leave it 5 minutes, call him and be like, "Bro, this video is blowing up." So he was like, he pulled over and then they pretended to be the guy. I think it was Spliff
You got
TV.
me a strike on this channel. Sorry, I was trying to wait for that. But it's out.
Okay, well, but they pretended to be like the guy from Spliff TV and they were like, "We want £5,000 to say the video." It was all like us just making it up. But he got really upset about it, so there you go.
You lot trying to eat
I remember that one.
You lot were trying to get money off Posty.
No, we weren't. We were recording it. We thought it was funny, but he didn't
No,
find
big
it that
up
funny.
Posty. Big up the early Posty, you get me? Posty in the early days was alright.
Good fun. It was a good place to be, and there was loads of opportunity as well. It was like a scene at the time that was up and coming, that was like mainstream media completely kind of neglected, and so there was like a lot of. I think there was like a real community as well, like with people supporting each other, and I don't know. I always felt like I was like respected.
Did you ever think that it would get to where it is now? Like
Yeah, of
have
course.
such a big control on the
Of course,
scene
yeah.
talent. Yeah.
There's so much talent. Like that was my whole thing. It's like, are people not seeing what I'm seeing? Because I think what I was struggling with is like, I like your music, but who are you? Like, who are you? What's your personality? Like, what, can we sit down? Like, is this going to be fun? Like, can you have banter? And that was what I wanted to see. I wanted to see people's personalities. We know about your musical taste. We know about like your background. We know all of that stuff. But like, who are you? And
That's
that
what they
was
get
my
to
whole
see now
point.
with the podcast, innit?
Yeah. It's good
Get to
stuff.
see, yeah. So, boom. So after GRM, you went and done your own stuff.
I did, yeah.
And then when did you start doing One Extra and all that? 'Cause I remember
It was
you
around
on-
the same time, like Heart to Heart.
I remember you on. Was that One Extra?
No, Heart to Heart was the interview series like that where I touch people's heart and they touch my heart. So I'm doing a show called In Bed with Claira, which is my show that I started last year. And I had a lot of time out. So I think my series Heart to Heart amassed millions of views, like it did really well. But my mum and my sister both died of breast cancer. And then...
Sorry to hear that.
Didn't you have to remove your tits?
Yeah, so when my sister was diagnosed with breast cancer, they tested her and found out that she carried the BRCA1 gene mutation. And when they found that in her, they then said, "Can we test you?" So I was like, "Sure." So it's a genetic, like hereditary gene mutation. Tested me, I also had it, which gave me, I think it's like an 85% life chance of getting breast cancer. So there's different ways of doing it. There's different ways they can like do the operation. Some people opt to have their nipples removed because that's still breast tissue. So it increases your risk by like 2 or 3%. I opted to keep my own nipples, but they do tell you there's a 30% chance they can go dusky and fall off. So I was like, oh, great. I'll look forward to that. But they cut, so along the side here, around your nipple, and what they do is they reach in and scrape everything out. So they take everything off the skin, off the chest wall, everything, just scoop all the breast tissue, all the like milk ducts, just everything comes out. Then they, for me, lift the muscle off your chest wall and then put like a teardrop implant because you've got no natural tissue. So when you have a boob job, you have some natural breast tissue. That was the operation that I had when I was 31 at the start of 2015. And when I went back to work, so I went back to One Extra, I was working at BT Sport at the time.
Oh, that's a lot though. How old was your sister when she
died,
passed?
31.
Yeah, 31.
I was 28, yeah.
Oh,
She was my best friend. And I was left with my dad and my brother.
only girl now.
Yeah. And also my mum was an only child, so there's no family on her side. So like it's like a really small family. And yeah, there was just me. So I decided to have that operation like a few years after my sister died. And when I went back to work, I was just like, as much as I've enjoyed doing all of this stuff inside, like I'm so unhappy and I'm so sad and I hate myself and I don't understand any of this stuff. So I quit everything and went traveling when I was 32 for 10 months.
Some time out.
Where did you go?
Caribbean and then South America.
For 10 months you was travelling.
On my own with a backpack.
Really?
Went back to St. Vincent, didn't you?
I went to St. Vincent for a month,
knew.
yeah.
I knew.
I've been there loads of times.
Like I knew. Did you go Dominica?
No, I haven't been to Dominica. So I went to
Not the Republic, you know.
No, I know Dominica's
Oh,
an island.
no, but you know, some people don't actually know that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
no, I went to St Vincent for a month because a lot of my friends now live there and they've gone there and had families. So they have children there.
Yeah,
One of the things I did do and I was talking about St Vincent and the bulimia situation. So one of my friends, NEA, her family's Nigerian, but they moved to St Vincent in the
definitely Nigerian, that name.
I think in the 90s. So her dad trained to be a doctor in the 80s in the UK. And they were running an initiative to get more black doctors into the Caribbean. So the family went to Montserrat, the volcano exploded, they went to Grenada, and then they went to St Vincent and the Grenadines. So when I went for the first time, I met NEA, and her mum had a shop on the cruise ship terminal, like selling like boutique clothes and etc. And she was like, oh, my mum and dad are going back to Nigeria. Like, we need someone to come and look after the shop. Do you want to come back for 3 months? And I was like, yes. So I went back to St Vincent for 3 months, but her mum and dad ended up not going back to Nigeria. So I lived with Nigerian parents for 3 months.
Really?
Prayer meetings every morning at 6 a.m. And we'd go out partying and we'd come in at 4 a.m. and her dad would just be in the kitchen like this. He'd just look at us. And go. Her dad he's Dr. Kagbala. He's an amazing man. When I was in the prayer meetings, the first time they asked me to lead the prayer meetings, I was like, oh, fuck. Here we go. But they were so lovely to me. It was like, because I didn't have the experience, especially like as a teenager, of having like a family, it meant like a lot to me. I'm still really close with them.
Where else did you go?
So when I went traveling later, I went to St. Vincent, Trinidad. And then I went to Brazil, so I was in Rio for Carnival.
Oh, I want to go to Brazil, you know.
Yeah, it was so good.
Not the Carnival, though. Why for the Carnival?
Oh, it was
Why
really
not?
cool.
The Carnival's...
Carnival looks
Why?
Carnival.
Why?
W, win. It was good.
Cool. You go there.
So I did Brazil, Argentina, Chile,
looks lit.
Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia.
Have you ever been to
Mexico.
What's Colombia like?
Amazing. I'm going back in the summer. My friend's getting married there.
Really? Have you been to Jamaica?
You go with
I haven't
Jama?
been to Jamaica. No.
Cool.
Colombia.
Cocaine.
Didn't do any of that. Never done any drugs in my life. Well, weed's not a drug, is it? It's not counted. And I've only done that a few times because it's not good for me.
Never done a cheek one.
Never.
2-pack or Biggie? Let me just run you to your fire round. Because this is too crazy for me. 2-pack or Biggie?
Biggie.
Biggie, yeah? Like fat youths.
That's exactly what it is. No, because when I was a kid, my sister was my hero and she went to see Junior Mafia live at Wembley.
Yeah, I
and
did as
when
well.
she came back, that was like the story that I told all my friends. I was too young to go. I was like 12. She was 14.
Jay-Z or Nas?
Nas.
Spot me. You're a G, you know. 50 Cent or Ja Rule?
All the tunes.
What do you
from my youth. I'm going to say 50.
Come on, man. You're just thinking about you.
I'm
Thinking
thinking
about
about
Ja
the
Rule.
tunes,
Yeah.
I love 50.
Eminem or Machine Gun Kelly? This is the racist fire round. Eminem or Machine Gun Kelly?
Is this for diversity?
Definitely. You know, like
Definitely
Eminem or
threw that
Machine
one
Gun
in.
Kelly.
Eminem.
Eminem or Machine Gun? You lot just leave my fire round alone. I've got
Eminem.
a lovely
What if you
white.
put what? 'Cause
I've got a
you felt
lovely
like
white
what?
woman here.
You had to put
and
some
there's
white rappers in
questions.
there.
There's white questions. There's more.
Oh,
There's
right,
going to be more
okay.
jokes. Lil Kim or Nicki Minaj?
Little Kim.
Beyonce or Shanti?
Beyonce. I'm going Beyonce.
I thought you was
sorry.
with me. I thought.
No, I love Ashanti and that whole season, but Beyonce's Beyonce.
Yeah, I know, but Shanti's a Shanti. Kylie Minogue or Danny Minogue? It's all starting to get
Here we
silly.
go,
Yeah, it's
Kylie.
all silly.
We'll go Kylie.
Thank you. These lot tried to pick Danny last time.
Who did?
You did.
Did I?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I said
Come on,
Kylie.
you said you
I
did
just said
Danny.
Kylie, but Danny's
Check
really
it. Check
pretty.
it back. Check it back. She said
She
Danny.
is. That's what I said.
You said Danny with the. I don't know
Nah,
what
man,
guess it was, but
Kylie's
you
got
both
some,
of you
nah,
said Danny.
Kylie's got bangers. I said
Both
I
of
would
you said
definitely
Danny.
have said
Both
Kylie,
of
but I just
she's
think
just
they're
styling.
cute.
Kylie Jenner or Kim Kardashian?
Kim.
Original, innit? Come on. Prince or Michael Jackson? Why for Prince?
Prince. Really?
Yeah, only I saw him. I've seen him perform live. He's incredible, and I just
That's like my sister. She's
like
weird
him.
as well. But
Could
yeah.
it be?
Come on, weird. Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey?
Whitney.
Adele or Amy Winehouse? That's the hardest question on the list.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with. I love Adele. I'm going to go with Amy. Oh, no, Adele. I'm going to go with Adele.
I thought you was one of us. Come on, you
No, but there's more chance
Amy,
if she's
man,
still
not
alive.
Amy,
and,
man.
And I could get to interview
Nah,
her. So.
but Amy, man. Amy, man. R.I.P.
No,
Amy, man.
I've got a big piece of artwork of Amy.
Amy was too real, man. I can't even.
She was. I saw her before.
That was real as well, but I'm from the streets, innit? So I have to rate Amy. Joe, this your boys to men.
Jodeci.
Mary J. Blige, your faith ever.
Mary.
All right, another racist one. Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera? Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera?
Britney.
Britney over Christina?
Yeah.
What are you saying, Cream? I picked Christina still.
What would you say?
What are you saying?
Christina voice, but Britney performer. She was a lit
Dancing.
performer.
I
yeah.
think Christina's a good performer as well, though. Chris Brown or Usher?
Usher.
Come on, old school. You pick Chris
Love
Brown.
Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake or Ronan Keating? Racist.
Justin Timberlake.
Man, who? Ronan Keating. I'm gonna.
Rowan Keating can dress though, man.
No, but he can sing as well.
Yeah, and he can sing. Yeah.
That should be Justin Timberlake or Justin
Or Joe
Bieber.
B. Yeah.
That should have been the choice.
Yeah.
But I
Ronan
don't know.
Keating and Justin
Yeah,
Timberlake.
but I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm
that's
just
random.
thinking who.
You're just like who's two random white guys.
And
But you
two
just
complete
picked Justin,
different
though.
ages
Yeah,
as well. Two
No, but
complete different
Ronan's
age
a big
groups.
man though.
Just-
You know,
Rowan
moving
is
like
a big
Ronan's some
man.
idiot or something.
No, we didn't
Ronan
say that.
Keating ain't
Rowan
no
can
idiot.
dress.
Say that, no.
Oh, that's
I'm
what
just
I'm
saying.
saying.
It's too different. They're too different.
Yeah, no, but Ronan ain't no
You should have
idiot.
put Rowan or Shane.
R&B or hip hop?
I would go probably R&B.
Jungle or garage?
Garage every time.
Jungle.
Really?
Jungle is massive. Hey.
Ingrid.
Yeah, I've got to be jungle. No. House or grime?
Grime.
Over house.
Yeah, grime from my time, grime.
House, man. Sorry, you grimers, but I'm house. BMW or Mercedes?
Mercedes.
Jeep or coupe?
Coupe.
I'm coupe. Neighbours or home and away?
Neighbours. It's got to be.
Neighbours, yeah.
Yeah.
Weakest link or countdown?
Countdown.
Big Brother or I'm a Celebrity?
Big Brother.
Big Brother.
That's what I'm thinking.
I like I'm a Celebrity.
I don't mind it, but I can't watch every show. But yeah,
Yeah,
BBC
depends
or
who's on it.
ITV?
BBC.
Yeah, I
all
knew
the
it.
way.
The one with the old woman when she pretended to faint. That was the
I
funniest.
just pick BBC because they got no adverts. Channel 4 or Channel 5?
Channel 4.
Yeah, she went mad, that woman. Yeah, she went mad. Sorry, Queen. She went bonkers. Bro. Twitter or Facebook?
Twitter. Don't
Yeah.
use Facebook.
Picking Facebook, that's a dinosaur thing.
Yeah, someone told me about something on Facebook. I was like,
Facebook's
people
a
still left
dinosaur
on
thing, yeah.
Facebook.
No, but someone picked MySpace the other day. That was dinosaur. Hold on.
MySpace.
Dinosaur.
That's quite good though.
I remember my
Back in the
beat.
day,
Do you remember
so it's like your top
everyone had your
tracks,
song
didn't
on
it?
there?
Yeah.
I think I had Fantasia.
TikTok or Instagram?
See?
Or both.
TikTok or
I have
Instagram?
one both.
No, but your TikTok's going in though. Follow her
Is it?
TikTok.
Is it?
Yeah, her TikTok's going in still. WhatsApp or Snapchat?
WhatsApp. Don't like Snapchat. Too many unsolicited dick pics. in the bin.
Wait, say that again, sorry?
Too many people kept sending
No,
me
what
pictures
did you
of their
pick?
penis. I chose WhatsApp.
Okay. Because Snapchat people was just sending
You got a private that.
SBCs.
I don't look
What's
on
that?
there anymore.
What's that called?
SBCs is the one smaller than the MBC. Hold on. Yeah, SBC, she's getting. Hold on. No, I'm going, man. Whatever.
It's a long list, isn't it?
Whatever, man. Apple juice or orange juice?
Apple,
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke, cola. A cola.
Okay.
Heavy on the cola.
Fanta or Tango?
Tango.
Brandy or vodka?
Vodka.
Don't be telling me my list is long. Rum or whiskey? Yeah, I can't believe you're telling my whiskey. Yeah, rum or whiskey?
Rum.
Yeah, don't be telling my list is long.
is long.
I've stayed up all night doing this dickhead list for you. For you to don't. Too long. Forget all of that.
We're not even halfway.
This is the fire round. Don't go mad on my fire round like the hardest, you know. The fucking South African child. Hold on. Brandy or vodka?
I said vodka.
Rum or whiskey?
Rum.
You said.
Said rum.
Chinese or Indian?
Indian.
Italian or Turkish?
Turkish.
Come on. McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's.
Pizza or Domino's?
Pizza.
Surf or turf? Surf or turf? Man's a dog.
I'm a
Surf or
vegan.
turf?
She's a
I'm a
vegan.
vegan.
Eat that thing for real. I didn't even. Yeah. Rice and peas or
Nuts or
jollof?
berries.
Rice and peas or
Rice
jollof?
and peas.
Thank you. This is
Yes,
We
come
like when
on.
we get someone that's not African or Caribbean, and because everyone that's African picks jollof, and everyone that's Caribbean picks rice and peas.
My
And now,
first- but my first-
she picked rice and peas, so rice and peas is better.
My first introduction to West Indian food was curry goat and rice and peas. Changed my life forever. And I was obsessed with curry
Okay, St.
goat.
Vincent.
No, it was here. And all of my friends called me goat woman because I ate so
Don't
much
give
curry
me
goat.
joke.
Too nice. Curry goat or mutton, mad. You get me? Mad. Fish and chips or pie and mash?
Fish and chips.
I'm pie and mash, man.
I'm fish and chips.
I'm pie and mash with a bit
What
of
you?
liquor. With a bit of liquor.
Fish and
Fish and
chips.
chips.
I'm pie and mash with a bit of liquor, you know. British. I'm proper
You go
British.
on your own,
man.
we'll go together.
Yeah, no, I'm proper. That, you know what I mean? England or America?
England.
Gotta be, man. JD's or Foot Locker?
JD.
JD's are up their game still. Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Versace or Mosh?
Versace.
Dior or Fendi?
Fendi.
Over Dior, yeah?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Fendi, Fendi.
Must you that one. Fendi or Dior?
I don't know. Maybe
I'd-
Dior.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe Dior as well. Dior's definitely. You know what I mean, more pattern. But Gucci or Louis?
Gucci.
Chanel or Vivienne Westwood?
I like Vivian. And she just started. Vivian. Just died.
Chanel.
Obviously Chanel. And that's why for me even picking that. But yeah, boom.
R.I.P.
Designer
though,
or
she just-
sportswear?
Sportswear.
Inside or outside?
What are we talking about?
Willie.
Huh?
No, I'm joking.
I think
Staying in or going out?
if it's summer, outside. If it's winter, inside.
Yeah.
Simple. This is the guys' thing now, yeah. Looks or personality?
Both. This is cheap.
No, looks or personality.
You can't choose one.
You can choose. Like it's what do you what's your what do you
can't.
want? Listen to me. Listen carefully.
That's a
Everyone-
ridiculous
Listen,
idea.
you're the first. We've had a lot of guests on there. You're the first person to say it's ridiculous.
It's
idea.
ridiculous.
Looks or personality?
There
What's
are
your-
some
what's your
people. Are they called
preference?
people?
No,
are
but
called
what's your preference?
both.
She likes both. She can say both.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. So that's so you haven't got a preference then,
No,
basically.
you need to have both.
Okay.
For me,
What's my personality? No, I'm joking. I've definitely got looks now. I'm joking.
crazy.
I've definitely got looks. Personality. I've got personality as well, cream. Whatever. I've definitely got looks. I've got a bit of personality. I've got. Come on, they're blogging me everywhere. They got this 21 Savage thing. It's blogging it all today, blood. Big up all the big
Yeah, big up everyone.
blood. Some next 4.6 million followers, 3.6. Did some big American blogs blogging it today, blood. Big you lot up. Mother ass. But yeah, boom. Cinema. No, sorry.
Oh no, missed one.
Face or body? Face or body?
Face.
I'm gonna shout you after. Hold on. Tall or short?
Tall.
I'm gonna shout.
I'm 5'9".
I'm gonna shout. So
So-
what you say? The date with Chucky didn't go too well then.
What do you mean? Didn't do a date. We did in bed with.
So
Can I
in
just
bed-
say? Can I just say that I think Chucky's such a charismatic guy.
Nah, Chucky's-
He's
Yeah, he is.
He's beautiful. Like he's a very handsome man and personality.
He's short,
is
though.
banging. So what?
No, but
Yeah.
I just said tall or short. You said
Yes,
tall.
Can I just say one thing? And I think
What do you
everyone.
mean,
can
so
agree-
what?
Because we all have we have
Yeah.
preferences, and
That's
I
what
can
I'm
say
saying, he's not your
I want a guy
preference.
who looks. But however,
He's just
people
not your
fall in love
preference.
with people who aren't their preferences.
I
all
know,
the
but
time.
he's
So
not
there
your
you go.
preference.
Well, I love Chucky, so there you go.
Yeah, Chucky's cool, but he's just not your preference. You rather
Might
a man
mean I
that's
might
tall
fall
like
in love with
Spring.
him.
You rather a man that's tall like Spring.
We're all the
Okay.
same height when we're laying down.
True stories. Hold on. Bad boy or good boy?
Good boy. That means you're out.
I'm out. I'm out. You get me? I'm a bad boy. Yeah, I'm definitely out. Cinema or Netflix and show?
Cinema.
Restaurant or pub?
Restaurant.
Missionary or doggy? Asking for a friend.
Missionary every time. I like the eye contact.
Simple. Cowgirl or reverse cowgirl?
I'll get eye contact.
I just had to ask. Let me see what's going on for Reds. Of
Was that even on there?
course it's on there.
Just added an extra one in.
For which one?
Cowgirl or reverse cowgirl? I want to know what Reds is dealing with.
Cowgirl.
Not reverse.
Eye
Alright.
contact
I'm
is
both,
so
yeah.
important.
I thought he was on bad girl thing, you know, like.
both of them, but I'm just
say
saying,
that,
he like,
say
yeah.
that. Cause they want to see no face, like. Just turn your blood clot. Hold on. Boom. Sex toys or no sex toys?
Sex toys.
Simple. Spit or swallow?
Both. You swallow a bit, but spit a bit out.
Okay. Why? I don't know.
It's a skill.
The love of your life or the career of the love of your life or the career of your dreams.
You have to choose one. Like, I'd probably say love of my life, actually. Yeah.
Money or love?
Love.
Black cock or white cock? I've got her there, innit? You know, like she was just flying through that, and she was flying through.
I got a few.
She
for
was
you.
flying through. You get black cock or white cock, fam?
She said it.
Oh, I didn't hear. What
Yeah, she said black.
Oh, bad girl. Saying that. You're a bad girl. Go on.
Smile or eyes?
Smile. Oh no, eyes.
Eyes.
Smile.
I'm out.
Hairline or beard?
Start hearing eyes, I'm out.
Beard.
Morning sex or night sex?
Morning.
Boss belly or gym body?
God, I don't really care. Probably my preference would be gym body, but that's not.
Shoes or handbags?
Handbags.
Nails or lashes?
Nails.
Dates or chilling?
Dates.
And girth or length?
Girth. I think girth's more important.
Me too.
Hey, show again. You know why it's show again?
Right.
Because I was going to put that in and I knew it's a big why if I asked her that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I didn't know how to answer. Yeah, you done well with
Yes,
this.
yes.
I needed to know if you need girth. I needed to know if you... I needed to know if you need the girth or if you need the length, you get me? But it's the girth, you get me? It's the girth. It's the girth, you get me? But it's not it anyway. It's not it anyway.
This guy is a joker,
Fuck
you know.
man. Like, please.
Hilarious.
I can't believe. Please
Anyway.
move like man ain't got none. Girth, nothing. Like, fucking idiot, you know?
Just out here noodle.
He's just laughing at bare madness, you know. Idiot.
I'll be going to.
I got a call that just don't like me. Hold on. Your thing.
Okay, okay, cool.
What's it called? Current affairs.
Current
How can I
affairs.
forget? Current affairs.
Current.
This is where we talk about.
Stuff that's current.
Yeah, we gotta be quick.
Yeah, all right, quickly. Okay, cool. Did you lot hear about the firefighters from Glenville that was in Glenville Tower? Did you hear about it?
Apparently they caught cancer, innit?
Nearly
didn't hear
12 of them have been diagnosed with
Big up
cancer.
PSG. Man's gonna get PSG in there. He was one of the firefighters.
It's, you know,
That's crazy. It's just right,
Do you-
just so we can see it from where we are, you know.
exactly. Do you think that's something that was like in the cladding, like something they've breathed?
Yeah,
breathed in?
100%. Come on, because there's like areas
too
where they
much.
got you know, like chemical plants,
Yeah.
and then like there's high
Yeah.
numbers
Cancer
of
rates around
cancer
them.
rates. So yeah, I just think that is fucking disgusting. And to think that that's what people was breathing in. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know what I
Day to
mean?
day
Like,
that's
yeah, they
surrounding
need to
them.
look into these type of products that they're using. Do you know what I mean? And then that's just the 12 that's been diagnosed, because there's others that now.
And also, what
I've got to go for
about the
testing.
people that live around there?
That live
were
around
living
there.
around there in the days, the weeks, the months after, where it was still in the
Even
air.
people that was helping out, I went down there. Do you know what I mean? Like people, do you understand
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like that's crazy.
volunteering.
And that there's other blocks that have been covered in that stuff, you know,
Yeah.
that they had to take down.
There's one near me in East, and they've taken the cladding off, and
Yeah.
it's one that people have brought. So
Yeah.
you brought the flat, yeah. They've had to take the cladding off, and it's just got the lining underneath. It's been like
Yeah,
that for years.
yeah, they've
because
done
there's
that in
now a
Adelaide
battle between
Road.
the person who built it, the people who now own it, to get the person that built it to re-clad it, and they can't sell it. So if you own one of them flats, you're stuck there. You can't sell it because no one's going to buy it.
I wonder what's
nightmare.
happening with the people that produce those type of thing. Do you understand? Like that's another issue as well, isn't it? But yeah,
It's never
that's
enough.
gonna be some big lawsuits coming out of that. Could you imagine? But yeah, well,
I think it's tragic. And
Horrible.
it's fucking brutal.
yeah, it is, isn't it?
To think that those people, they're doing the best for other people, and as a result of that,
Free Palestine.
And we still didn't even get the proper numbers of what actually
Free
happened
Palestine.
in
What's the
Glenville
next
Tower.
thing? Free Palestine.
Do you
What's the
understand what I'm saying?
Free
We
Palestine.
never
you
What's
did.
the
never
next
know.
Do you know that?
Free Palestine. What's the next thing?
Right. Prince Harry's book, Spare.
Yeah, what
I
interesting.
can't believe we're
Crazy.
talking about Grenfell and Free Palestine. Oh, okay.
What? What do you mean?
The-
Do you know how much people die?
I know, but those people was just they're innocent people in the flat. Just they couldn't get out of the building
Cladding.
that was on
And you're
fire.
also-
That's
Cladding,
horrible. What are you
cladding.
talking
And we're
about? That
talking
was
about-
horrific.
No bombs, cladding.
And we're talking about-
someone set up someone.
We're also talking about the firefighters, so it's just what's been
Big
in
up
the news,
PSG.
right?
Because back in the day, when there used to be fires in blocks of flats, yeah, this is from when I was young, you used to see one black square because of the way they lined it with the, it burns out that one flat. That's it. It's not supposed to spread.
Yeah.
The quickness of the spread, the way that spread was too quick. Do you understand what I mean? So yeah, that's crazy.
And it wasn't that. It's so
and it was just sad how much people lost their lives. But yeah, Prince Harry's book, it was sad, man. Crazy.
Prince Harry's book, eh?
Spare.
Bad boy.
He's broken all the records as well for like the biggest, highest selling book ever or something
Prince
like
Harry
that.
Bad boy,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, my man.
I mean, have you brought it?
No, I haven't.
Apparently.
I would,
Yeah.
but I just feel like I was watching an interview what he done with some American,
Yeah,
I can't remember
definitely
an American show, and I just feel like he was carrying a lot of stuff that we obviously didn't know about for many years. Do you understand what I'm saying? And he's obviously letting it all out.
And
now.
apparently he had all of this on his shoulders, and the only thing that really got him through all of this was a bit of Shensia.
You did, yeah,
and
man.
Morley's.
Yeah, his
And
songs.
Morley's.
I swear to
Morley,
God.
he said they
I swear
said
to
her
God, brother.
songs helped him
Morley's.
through.
And
Swear.
Morley's.
He said that's what he listens to.
Sincere.
Bro,
Yeah,
Prince
he did.
William listens to
He-
Shensia when he's in
Yeah.
his when he's in his low points.
Sincere like that.
Yeah.
But think about it, and then I had to
Nah,
think
he
about all the
busted, he
Shensia songs on.
Nah,
I
he
said,
busted. Nah, he
what
busted.
Yeah, I
Shensia
know,
song are
I
you listening
know.
No,
to?
but he busted. Now it don't
Yeah.
matter what tune he busted.
Yeah,
still.
he likes
From-
a bit of that.
From Prince Harry saying sincere, he busted.
Shensia, bro.
Yeah.
But I think it just shows that the royal family is a normal family. Like every family has shit
Exactly.
and issues and stuff going on. They're just another family. But they just has global interest.
Yeah.
I mean, most of us don't have our family dramas
They're not a normal
broadcast
family.
everywhere. But
I did
what
feel
I'm saying
sorry
is
for
that
him.
there is an element of them that's a normal family. There's not, but there is an element of them there is where there's the interpersonal relationships.
Yeah, I feel like
He's basically saying that they killed his mum without
yeah,
saying.
basically.
That's basically what he
He
said.
said he lit down 23 men in the war.
No, he said that that's a lie.
25.
He didn't say.
Was it
He said
25?
that they took that out of context as
Okay.
well. And he said that there's a lot of like the English tabloids.
They've taken
that they
stuff and twisted
control
it.
that, and they're taking things and they're trying to pay. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Oh, he said he didn't say that in
apparently
the book.
their popularity has gone downhill since he's
Yeah,
spoken out
enough.
about it, because they look at that kind of stuff as you're not meant to speak on it. However, because of so much that he went through from a young boy, losing his mum,
Yeah, they killed
not
his
feeling.
mother,
Do you
man.
understand what I'm saying? How is he not meant to speak? Do you understand what I'm like? The Queen's gone.
remember
The Queen's husband's gone.
Okay, man.
He must, his mum's gone. He must have think like, this is my time now to let it out. This is therapy for him, I think. Do you understand what I mean? I
very
blatantly
cathartic.
think it's therapy for him. And he's, even though you might see him and whatever, he might still feel, like there's a target on, like, like he might.
No, remember, he's relinquished his royal shit, innit? He ain't got no royal guards. They don't give him no. He's
Yeah, he ain't
relinquished
got
all
no
of that.
protection like
You get what I'm
that.
saying? So he needs to be doing them thing there for his paper, innit? To be showing the book and all that, because they're not giving it. He ain't got no dough like that. They're not giving it. Like, he's relinquished that. I don't want to be a royal. Harry a bad boy.
You
Yeah,
know,
'cause-
I just feel
Hurry
like
up, bad boy.
when you
Get
look at
this, I don't wanna
situations
be
like
a
that,
royal.
obviously there's stuff the papers tell us, there's the stuff that they tell us, and then there's somewhere in there is the truth. We're probably never going to know it. That's the fact, isn't it? Like, because in every situation, there's like both people's version of the truth, and the actual truth is probably somewhere in the middle.
Big up Harry, but yeah, boom. Next one is.
Bored.
Sorry, no, Harry.
No, he's
yeah,
trying to get
but
through these
what I'm
quickly.
saying, because when I came in there, she tried to get onto me like, "What is this you're wearing?" She said, "It look like bow." What's the Balenciaga thing? Because I tried to talk about it in the Chronic episode, but I tried to go in that episode, didn't it?
I think you did.
But I didn't really know about it.
You didn't?
About it. Not
Oh,
really.
well, I don't know everything on it, like, but basically I'll just say a little, like with the Balenciaga stuff, that the director of Balenciaga, when they saw like the stuff that she was posting and the things that she looked like she's about, like the things that she's into, it just looks very hella demonic.
They did a photo shoot with children dressed in like bondage clothes.
Yeah.
And then they had another photo shoot of just like a bag or whatever, and below it was paperwork, I think from like a sexual abuse case or something.
Yeah, that got over.
Paperwork
yeah.
on the desk that was behind. So it's like a stylized picture of this bag or whatever it was, and then behind it was this paperwork that when you zoomed in on it, you could see that it was.
Yeah, so
very
basically,
crazy.
they're happy that case has been, like it was something to do
It's
with
very strange.
photography with children and using children. I just feel like everybody knows how sensitive it is when you're using children when you're doing photo shoots with them major budgets, you shouldn't, you know that you're not supposed to have any sexual items and things like that that can be put in that kind of
Why would
light.
you want to?
You know
It's
that.
weird.
And when you go on their Instagram and you see all of that blood, you know, like the bloody rooms and the things like that, it's so dark. It's very, very, very dark. And people need to actually look into the stuff that they are, you know what I mean? Like,
Still see people wearing it.
what people are doing.
Yeah,
Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you're literally feeding in.
That's what I said.
Intention for me is like we spoke earlier, and my thing is a lot of
I
thing
still
with
wear
intention.
Gucci.
Because
They
I
think I'm a
said to
black
Spray,
cunt.
what is that? But obviously he the first thing he looked at it, he didn't know. He's looking at it like fashion. So for me,
It looked like Bow though.
it did look like Bow, and then that person Bow, what did he do? They used to feed him children or something like that. Something did really disgusting
some
anyway.
kind of sacrificial
And I'm just not into all of them things.
To be fair, I had a pet sheep growing up.
They looks like a Taurus as well,
nice.
yeah. But
My
it's
name
just
was
that
Scraggles.
I noticed that they like to put certain things
Look like
out
Belle
there.
still.
But I just want to say that intention is everything, yeah. And once your eyes are open, they're open. And diet isn't just about what you eat. It's about what
Everything.
you watch, what you hear, what you
you breathe.
consume, what you breathe. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to take these things into consideration. If you do something and you didn't intend to do it or you didn't know about it, then you know what I mean. We can kind of...
When you know better,
but
you
when
do better.
you know better, do better. Them kind of things there, we're not supposed to be... We're not supposed to be...
Big up Peposhi though.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
You get me?
Supporting those type of things, and I'm just actually...
Malika
I'm so
Albanian
shocked
brethren. You get me? Malika Albanian
of
brethren.
the
You get me,
lack of
Peposhi?
public figures that had fuck all to say about it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And we're talking about kids. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, we
They
all
all
know
still
this is a
wearing it.
bigger thing going
They're all
on.
still wearing it. I've never liked the, you know the Balenciaga trainers. I don't like them. They're too big. I don't like them. You know,
I've
like
got
the
size 9 feet, so it's not for me.
Have you seen
wasn't
that
even
there's
trying to
a
bait you up.
program on called is it called The Traitors?
Traitors, what show is that?
It's like a little game show. Have you seen
Oh,
it?
I haven't seen that, but
just part of
it's
the
like a
current
murder
thing.
mystery thing, right? Like someone dies and then they have to try and work out who it is. Is it that one?
Yeah, basically they have traitors and they have the other ones, and then nobody
out who's
knows who
lying.
is, and then the traitors have got to kill the other ones. But it's just like there's so much little symbol, like you see these little things everywhere. You know what I mean? And you're just like, what is it that they're trying to put out there? Do you know what I mean? Like I saw all of that in there. It's just a bit
Any other
creepy.
current
Watch
affairs?
that.
Yeah.
Do you think Tory Lanez shot that girl?
Megan Thee
Megan.
Stallion.
Do you think he shot Megan?
But of course he shot Megan.
guilty.
Oh, you're a joker.
But of course he shot her, bro.
Guilty.
Man said of course, and you said of course.
I said guilty.
Did you hear the jail? Did you hear the phone call?
Of course, I heard the phone call.
But
Come on,
no
Deeks,
one don't phone, brother.
Deeks,
Got to
Deeks,
jail. Got to
Deeks,
jail, but you
Deeks,
ain't shooting
listen
no
to me.
girl. You're no bad
Listen
man
to
thing.
me.
Got to jail, but you
Listen
don't
to
shoot
me.
no girl. It's
Oh,
no
it's
bad
like
man.
you're not a proper criminal, and I thought you was. But you
You
know
thought
what
he
it
was
is?
a pro-
See,
go on.
no, but see,
I ain't no
proper
criminal, I'm a businessman. Y'all talk
sorry.
about-
See, proper criminals though, bro. They know that is recorded. Man know it's recorded. So man ain't gonna say that I'm stupid.
So you think Tory Lanez is a proper criminal?
What's the line?
Tory Lanez ain't no criminal. He's an idiot. He found the girl to apologize.
What's the line that he said on the phone
He's
call? What makes
apologising
you
'cause
think that he
he
done
beat
it?
them
He
both.
Oh,
apologised.
sorry. I
He
should
beat
never
them
have
both.
done that. I
He
was
beat
drunk.
them
I don't
both.
even know how it. He
Yeah,
basically
you know
saying,
what I
"Oh,
will
you
say
don't even know
though?
how he
You
did
never
that."
done that, man.
I think that it was tight. I think that there's two
Never
in
done
my
that.
mind.
That's something
I think
that's
there's
gallows.
there's two scenarios
Bro,
to it.
it's a man. Would you shoot a girl in the
I
foot?
think
You could
he
just
was.
box her.
I think he was.
You could just box her.
Both
charming.
scenarios.
No, but I'm saying you're
But
not
what?
gonna.
No,
you're
I
not-
don't
no, but I'm
even
saying
think he
that's
should have
very
done that. What do you
extreme.
mean? What are you
bro,
talking
That's
about?
extremely extreme to shoot a girl in a foot.
No,
Have you
I
seen
don't
the size
very
of Tory
extreme.
Lanez?
He's tiny.
Have you seen the
Can I
interview
say
when he?
something, Deeks?
Very extreme.
Tory Lanez has got little man syndrome.
There we go.
Very
Hold on a
extreme.
There we
minute.
go.
Remember he beat up August Alsina, they
Yeah,
said?
because he blanked
You
him.
saw the video with him offering to fight Travis, who's double the size
So
of
he's like
him.
Aggie.
He beat up Prince, you know the guy that was on Love and Hip
Yep,
Hop.
yep,
Like
yep.
there's been many
Quick to
of other
anger.
stuff. He's quick on it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Number two, I just feel like he was either shooting. I know it sounds silly, but because he was drunk. You know,
Yeah,
'cause
he
she
was on
said
a bad
dance,
man
bitch,
thing,
dance.
bro. Shut up,
I
legend.
think he was either shooting at,
Yes,
not
yes, and-
not intentionally to shoot her to kill. I'm not saying that it's wrong or right, but this is what I'm thinking it
toe
could
shot ain't
possibly
to
be.
kill anyway.
He's shooting out. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, but he's
out
hit a
like
toe.
he's like.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
believe
Yeah,
you
toe.
1,000,000%.
Yeah,
I'm with
toe.
you 1,000,000% on it,
You
Chris.
don't
Or
shoot it
I
out,
think,
hit a toe.
like they said, maybe the girl, like the girl that shot once, and they
They
said
was
he took
arguing,
the
innit?
gun. Like they're both fighting over it. She's let off one. He's took it. He's emptied it because they said that somebody said that happened as well.
Yeah.
Like he was emptying them out. I just feel like if you've got a gun, you know how to shoot. These are Americans that carry guns. If you're shooting someone 5 times, why ain't they shot?
But hear me out.
That's just my thing. Like there's a possibility that he
the
didn't.
bottom line
However,
is
he shouldn't have been doing that.
That's the bottom
why
line. You're a man, she's a female.
You're gone.
Irregardless of what argument happened, bro, she got out the car and someone shot after
Yeah.
her. It's only her and
that
his
was
guy.
anybody
There's only
else,
2 people.
he'd have to do-
Brother,
he'd have to deal with
And
that.
my own man tells me you're a dickhead if you bring up your firearm for gal. Listen, you never buy gun for fire cars.
That you're a shit artist.
You never buy firearm
That's
for.
sensitive.
Whose gun was
You're
it?
that sensitive because she said that you're a
Whose
you're
gun?
Exactly.
Who was it? His gun?
Do you get what I'm saying?
Was it his
No
gun?
one.
We don't
They
know
said
whose
it
gun
was.
it
We
was.
don't
It's an
know whose
unregistered
gun it
gun.
was.
Come on,
Unregistered
man.
But
gun.
my thing
Come
also
on.
is this, yeah. You
Like,
see,
man's just
he
gonna
needs
shoot a gal in
to.
her foot.
He needs
Big
to know
Tory
better.
Lanez, come on,
did.
But
He
big
did.
Tory Lanez, he did.
And he apologised for it.
I
Right though,
think he
men
did.
with bigger profiles do worse stuff to women.
Yeah, he did.
So why would he not
did.
do that?
And some of them, they feel like they're so untouchable when they reach a certain level of stardom. You start thinking that you can get away with anything. I've stayed on Sunset
I know, you
Boulevard
start-
where
you
that
start
happens
thinking-
in LA. That where
You
he
start
even
thinking
done
people
that to
from
me
Bay
is
phone.
crazy. You think that you're invincible. Do you
You
understand?
start thinking
But you
people
know
just
another thing
apologise
though,
and
to
Bay
me, I
phone.
feel like energy is everything, and you sometimes need to know who's drawing you out of your yard. Because even though Megan Thee Stallion is a victim, yeah, I still think she's a draw out. And that's just my opinion. Listen, she was the one that was calling him out. She was the one when they sent her home, she went back to the house. She wouldn't leave until he went. She was the one they said that was constantly arguing with him in the car. Do you understand what I'm saying? I've never said that what he didn't, I'm not excusing anything, but I'm just
I don't
saying
know that much
some
about it,
people
but-
need to know who are toxic for them. Do you understand what I'm
And then
saying?
you make the decision to stay away from them.
Yeah, like
that's my
that
point. I
whole
don't shoot.
situation
I just
to
tell
me
you
was
to run with it.
toxic.
Left.
But Cream, don't you think like attracts like as well? There is that
Yeah,
kind of
very
thing.
much
and
so.
Also, like what you're saying about energy, like what you've said about Tory Lanez is essentially when people have that kind of like that red mist or that anger, they do stuff out of that would be out of character, which I think I listened to the voice and that's what he's saying. Like, you know me, like it's not me. I would never normally do that.
So what would he have never have done? Because you know me, I'm not like that. I never would have done that.
Just argue.
He would have argued with her every day. He's a mama man. He's a mama man. He argues with gal. He always argues
And
with
then
gal.
another
man
thing
that
as
just
well
shot
is
someone.
what
Bro, it
never
did. It
what
did.
never
Not
came
to
up,
me.
what never came
Not
up,
to
but
me as a
came
man
out
that shot
straight
people.
away. He beat up the other girl.
Not a man that shot people.
The
That
other
don't
girl,
sound to me
when
like
they
he shot
released the
anyone.
pictures, they found her fingernails in the car. Her chain was
Apologising
popped.
on a bait
You know, her
phone.
chain was popped. She had cuts and bruises, but because the main thing was about Megan being shot, they didn't even really focus on that assault. Apparently,
Bro,
she was
she had
defending
gun- she had gun
called?
residue.
And
You know
he
she had
beat
gunpowder
her up as
residue,
well.
innit?
You're aggressive,
No, but you know,
and you shouldn't have
how
done
you
it.
get gunpowder residue? See from the kickback. That's like, but you
I
know,
honestly-
no one never spoke on that though.
Nah,
right?
but you know, but
I
You know, she had
honestly thought
residue.
he was
You know,
gonna
she had
get
residue
off.
like to
Right
say
next
she's
to you, me
no,
and
but no,
Exactly.
she had residue on her hand like to say
I
she
feel
burst
they
thing,
both
bro.
touched the gun.
Like they know, like Feds know,
Blatantly.
innit?
I feel so.
Like, Feds
I
know
reckon
what
I
to-
could.
you know
I
what I mean?
reckon I could kind of that. I
He grabbed the
I know
machine
what
off
type
her,
of
'cause
thing
he's saying, "Yo,
he
what
did.
you dealing with?
Yeah,
What you
he
dealing
grabbed
with?
it.
She's-
Pop, pop.
Boop, boop, she's letting
Yes.
off the thing. He's, yo, what you dealing with?
She
What?
wasn't
Or what if it was the other way around? What if he's letting it off and
it.
she grabbed him?
And another reason as
Yeah,
well.
who knows?
When he shot Megan as well, like afterwards, she got back in the car afterwards with him. Somebody that
Do you
wanted
get
to
what I'm
kill
saying?
you, you're not gonna.
If someone shot you in
there's
your
more.
toe, are you gonna be cool to just
And
get
then
back
another
in the,
thing
in
is
the car?
maybe Tory
In the
Lanez
car,
on
like,
a no.
alright, cool.
Tory
You
Lanez
shot me in my
also on a
toe.
no snitching thing.
Alright, babes.
He didn't talk about what
Alright,
happened. Remember, he
babes.
never
Who
took a
knows?
stand.
I don't know.
So
Alright,
he didn't
babes.
get a
Can't say
chance
what I
to
think.
say if Kelsey touched the gun or not. Because he didn't say.
Kelsey
could have.
got gunpowder
Do you understand what I
residue on
mean?
her thing.
But I did honestly think he was getting off. And I was shocked when he got guilty. I will say that.
Yeah,
I was
didn't
shocked.
think there was enough evidence to
I
like,
didn't think
convict
there
him
was
solely.
enough evidence
However,
for him.
I knew he did it, so good thing.
I feel like
I thought he was gonna
he
get
took
off
the
on a
piss.
bad
I
man
feel
thing.
like I feel like they must have thought that this man's taking the piss. When they saw Kelsey come and say she don't know nothing, they couldn't find the other
made
guy.
you think
They
things
thought
he
you're
done
taking the
as
piss.
well.
You're out of here.
Made
Do
you
you know
think
what I
things he
mean?
done it
Who
as
do you
well,
think
get
you
me?
are?
Made you think things he done
I
it
think
as
he
well,
did
but
it, though.
I
he
don't
did
think
it.
he done it still. You get me?
And you know, it's just mental.
It's
Everything
one of
around
them
the
ones like
situation's mental.
shoot a girl enough for why?
You
Like,
can't do that, bro. You can't
no,
shoot
but
gal.
I don't.
What are
Think,
you on?
I just don't. And
Just
to
don't
be
shoot
so
anyone.
proud. I mean, he's so like adamant about what he done. Yeah, like I just don't think he done it. Do you get what I'm saying? I just don't think.
Just a good liar, maybe.
Yeah, I just don't think though. Do you I mean, so adamant. His dad's just going mad as well. His dad's it's just become
madman.
famous.
His dad's Tory Lanez Madman Part 2.
But the thing about it is
Delusional.
if he didn't shoot her, why is Megan Thee Stallion, so, like, she knows that if he's convicted, but she knows that if he's convicted, he's gone. Do you understand what I'm saying? If this was somebody that was your brethren and it was like, you know, you got drunk and you had a little jealous. No, but the thing is, he was speaking to Kelsey first. He was speaking to Kelsey first.
Doesn't matter.
She caught COVID and Megan Thee Stallion jumped in her place. What I'm saying is, in the car, what transpired, what they are saying is that the only thing that he done to Megan was he rubbed her the wrong way because he was flirting with Kylie. Before that, everything was fine because she had called him there, so they were happy. The next thing that had happened that had rubbed her the wrong way was that he had exposed her to the friend for sleeping with him. Remember when she was saying, you're defending her, but she's sleeping with me? That's what, you know, kicked off in there. So those two things...
But look, even if we put that out loud, I'm just going to say this one last piece. I heard that piece of the story and then I had to actually think about the whole thing and said, does this even make sense? Because if he was sleeping with the Kelsey girl, didn't you lot both start this story by saying he got mad in Kylie's house because he was in the pool with Kylie in front of everyone? So if I'm not messing with you and my brethren is, why am I getting mad over you being in the pool? That means that story's invalid. That means beforehand, Kelsey knew you was messing with her from beforehand. So this isn't you releasing this in the car because she was mad in the party and you always
But they
knew.
said Kelsey was passed out. Remember, she went upstairs. She was sleeping. So they said she was drunk. But boy, I don't know. I just think it's all a mess.
What else is
he
going
just
on,
threw
man?
his
He never
entire
burst
life.
now.
If he does get convicted, because they're saying he's going to try and appeal it, but he literally threw his whole fucking career away for some little idiot party. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I just know
Is that the
he
end of
must
the
be
current
saying to
affairs?
himself, I wish I never answered my
Stay away
phone.
from the drama.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the end of it?
Yeah.
Boom, we're going to be back after the break with the main subject, which is relationships. So they on to me, you get me? Now, time for some RTM banter. You get me?
Okay, wait. It's not what you think. It's not what you think. What happened? Whoa. Sorry, man. I'm just trying to get out of here. Can I get 100 bucks? Sure. You don't tell anybody about this. Can I get 200? Yeah. Go for it, man. Just don't tell anybody about this. Hell yeah, bro. I'm not, dude. Oh my God, bro. How'd you do this, bro? Is it fake? Yeah. We're just doing a prank video. Oh! Yo, that's hilarious. Fuck, bro. No. Let's spin, Pat. L.
Yeah, 4 L's. Pick that up, turn it over. Lay it down right over that London trip down there. 650.
Y.
There's a Y. 500.
G.
1 G. 700.
C.
Yeah, there are 2 C's. Wow. Okay.
Can I solve?
Oh, well, that'd be a good idea, yeah.
Mythological hero Achilles.
You can't accept that.
Okay.
Shelby.
I'll solve.
Yeah.
Mythological hero Achilles.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, boy. Well, boy, when it comes to names, I think we should just go with the name. And even though the letters are up there, because you have...
Truly, I feel like they like me. You know what I'm trying to say? It's one of them ones. Yeah, bro. I can't like the manager and that. Obviously, I'm trying to get the patterns in that, but really and truly, man can't really leave the trap alone. But it's just probation. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Like, I could do the trap thing as well. You feel me? So like, I ain't gonna lie. It's one of them ones where man's got like, oh shit! Bro, let me call you back. Manager's calling me. Damn. Yes, Dave. Everything alright? Oh, my time sheet. Fuck it. What am I like? Losing me marbles, isn't I? I'm getting on alright, yeah, just on my lunch break, about to get a little bacon sandwich, you know how it goes. What was that? Friday, yeah? Cool, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll bring it in on Friday. Yeah, cheers, big man. Yeah, cool. Man, like Dave, you know, fucking no.
I put a Malteser up my vagina, to be fair. Like,
Sorry, what?
yeah, I was fannying out into my boyfriend's mouth.
But listen to women too. Eating pussy is good for you.
Absolutely, there's vitamin P in it.
Vitamin P.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Whole lot of point, yeah?
When I was in my first relationship, I was chopping with Timberland boots on and a vest.
Like, they touch everywhere, they kiss everywhere, and then you go to the men one and it's like, dick in your throat.
Blue waffle penis.
What?
A blue waffle penis.
What's a blue waffle penis? But it might, when you get older, your penis might shrink a bit or get like saggy or whatever.
Nah, this bad boy ain't going nowhere.
I told a man the other day I was so fertile and ready for him to give me children. Like, and he was very much into it, telling me he loves me on the phone. I was like, okay, that's good.
Like leaning on the back of the sofa and he was behind me. All of a sudden we heard a scream and we looked up and his mum was standing there.
Just gotta go home and get the vibrators out.
Boom. Welcome back. Hope you found that funny. Done no RTM banner. Too wide and that, but yeah. Bare laughter, but yeah. They've been going mad, you could tell, you get me? But yeah, boom. Main subject today, relationships. Cream's been waiting to talk about it for ages.
She's pulling her mic and like, I am ready.
She's been waiting to talk about it for ages, but I've been going around it. You get what I'm saying? You get me? So it's like single versus relationship. Cream, take the...
Here you go. What are we starting with?
Take like relationships, innit? Talk about it.
Our single life.
Like me, I don't know. What would you... Well, you're dating, so that's what... Because I was going to say, what would you... Like, what do we... Like, what do you rather? Like, single life or being in a relationship, yeah? But then I was going to ask her, but then I'm thinking, but how can I ask you? Because you're dating.
Yeah, but I'm still single.
No, but I'm saying it means you're looking for a relationship.
I think...
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. But
because you have people that's single and they don't date. They're not looking for a relationship.
But I've been that person as well.
Yeah.
I've been that person at times in my life as well.
So what do you think? Why are you looking for a relationship now? Do you understand that it's a... Because to me, I'm not looking for a relationship at the moment. And that's the reason being is I just came out of one. And I think it's just long.
Too soon, maybe.
It's just long. I'm just not... Me... It's just mad anyway. Like, I'm not going to trust people. It takes me so long to trust people anyway. So I'm just, I'm not interested in that. But at the same time, I'm a strong enough character to be able to feel like I can handle it myself. But with a woman, the right woman, not just a woman, but with the right woman next to you, it does make things a lot easier. And I don't know if you feel like that with a man.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that for me, like I had the last relationship that I was in finished 4 years ago. So essentially I've been single for 4 years. And the people that I've dated in the last 4 years has been very minimal. Because for a lot of that time, for like, you know, sometimes 18 months at a time, I've chosen to be single and concentrate on myself, whether it's, you know, like working on myself or working on my career or doing whatever I'm doing. And just because I really wanted to get to a space where I was like, I can't make my happiness dependent on somebody else or something else external to me. I'm going to have to find a way that I can be happy. Also because I think when I'm in a relationship with someone, I don't want to be relying on them for my happiness. I don't want them to be relying on me for their happiness. I feel like, you know, no one's perpetually happy. I don't mean to say that they are, but you're going to have times where you're sad, you're happy, you're whatever. And you want to be able to support each other in that, but you don't want to be codependent on each other. And so, yeah, I feel like I'm in a place now where I would love to be in a relationship. I think I'm in the best possible, like, mental space and my life's in the best possible space, but I have to find the right person. And I think that now I know what that is. I'm not in a hurry, I'm not in a rush, and I don't want to settle.
I think I'm at a stage where, obviously, I'm not even trying to find the right person. Like, I think... And that's my belief. It's like so the right person will find you if you just get on with what you need to be getting on with.
I do think so.
That's what I'm trying to just get on with. What
Yeah.
I need to be getting on with.
There's, you know, that
And
kind
then-
of that whole belief that,
Do you know what I mean?
you know, if you're not looking for it, it will find you. And I do think that, but I also do think that sometimes you have to be proactive about things. And I think it depends what energetic space you come from. Like Cream was talking about energy earlier and like the importance of energy, and like we've been talking about it off camera as well. And I think it's that kind of idea that, you know, if you're desperately searching for someone and you feel like you need someone, just tune into what the feeling is in your body. If the feeling in your body is lack, sadness, pain, whatever, that's what you're putting out into the universe. If you can come from a space of like feeling good and positive and happy, I think that's a very different experience. And like for me now, I'm not desperately out there, you know, trying to find someone, and I'm just being really selective. And if I happen to meet someone or speak to someone that I think, do you know what, yeah, I'd actually like to go on a date with you, I will. But for example, last year, I dated one person in January. Then I went on 2 dates with another guy in the summer. And then at the end of the year, I dated an ex-boyfriend for about 6 weeks. And that's it, like for a whole year. So it's not like I'm out going on loads of dates or doing any, I'm just not. It's just if it makes sense, then I'll do it. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But you're, Cream, I think you've got to talk about this because you're in a relationship, and by the sounds of things, it's a, you know, incredibly successful relationship, and like you're really happy within it. And that's a beautiful thing as well. We celebrate that.
I'm a hater still.
But, yeah. But obviously,
I'm hating, you get me?
Can I just
But
say,
whenever
Big up Red, but I'm hating, you get me?
It gives me hope.
Yeah.
That's what I love hearing stories like that, because that's what I want. So if I know it exists, then it has to exist for me too.
But do you know what, yeah? You know what? I rate you. Sorry, Creamy. I'm just gonna say my
No, go
one
on,
thing. I'm gonna give her ratings still. Do you know why I'm gonna give her ratings? On the strength of you're still holding out for like the right person or whatever. Where you get some girls, like
And
they'll
guys.
just have. No, I'm just talking about girls because you don't even know what I'm gonna say. You get me? Guys can't have yous. So yeah,
All right,
boom.
okay.
You get some girls, yeah, that just like, you know, they just have kids, yeah. They know they're not gonna be with that person for even a day. And do you get what I'm saying? They'll have one night stands, get pregnant, whatever, and they have the kid, whatever. What I will give her, like I'll give you them ratings there that you're actually holding it. You know what I mean? But how does that make you feel though? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, do you sometimes feel like, like maybe I shouldn't wait for this? Because it's like, you wait so long. It's like, this is what I said to Kelly LaRock. Do you get what I'm saying? Kelly's come on the show. I don't even know.
Big up Kelly LaRock.
Yeah, big up Kelly.
Big up Kelly, you get me? But Kelly was celibate for 2 years when she come here, remember? She was 40-something or whatever, no kids. You get what I'm saying? So it's all good doing all of that. And when you're trying to look for all this perfect person and all of this, but then when you turn around and then there's no you. Do you want kids?
I would love to have children. So I
Okay.
think I would love to have children. However, what I will say is that I didn't know that until probably the last couple of years. Like I would never felt that I was in, not like I didn't feel broody, but I wasn't in the right space to be able to have children. I had a lot of stuff that I had to work out for me first. And it was never something that I could tell you that I knew that I wanted until a couple of years ago. But what I will say is it's never something that I want to do on my own. And I like, you know, kudos to anyone who can and does, because I think that's fucking amazing.
Big up my mum.
Yeah, big up all the single mums out there.
Exactly. But I think because I didn't have my mum, there's like this part of me where I'm like, I have like a massive fear of, you know, I might not be around. Like, what happens if I die? And then, so there's all of those things that come to the table. So it felt like such a big, huge thing for me to do it. And also, I don't have any support system. So if I had a kid on my own, it's literally me and the child.
Yeah.
There is no family. There is no, you know, no one's going to be helping me. There's literally no one. I've got great friends, but I don't think my friends wanted to be doing like, you know, helping me out or necessarily. I'm sure they would a little bit. So
I was about to say, be surprised.
yeah, but I just like, for me it's and then I had to sit with myself and say, right, okay, let's really think about this. Like, is this non-negotiable? And for me right now, at this point in my life, I would say I don't want to do it on my own. However, I have friends who have babies with like sperm donors on their own, and I'm not,
sperm donors.
Yeah,
you can.
Yeah,
And
obviously
so-
you can. But
and
I'm just
so,
thinking, I didn't know people do that.
for me, that doesn't feel like something I would want to do now. But maybe if you ask me in 2 years' time, maybe my mind will change. Like this is what I feel like. We're all hypocrites because we all think one thing at a certain point of our lives. We're exposed to a new set of information or experiences, and then we think something different. It can change. But also, I'm open to adoption as well. I feel like there's a lot of children who already exist in the world who aren't loved, and maybe I could love them.
I hear that, but with the adoption thing, I just think what you might as well just have a ute for a one night stand. Then at least it's your ute.
No,
it's half your ute.
But also, why?
No, but you know what I'm saying. Just go around having beer back.
But biologically, it's your ute,
innit?
But
instead of adopting something.
Yeah, but there's kids out there in the world.
That's what I'm saying. Instead of adopting something.
But what I'm saying is, at the moment, I'm saying I don't want to do it on my own. So potentially, if I don't meet someone until later on in life,
ain't going to be on your own.
If I might meet someone later on in life. So biologically, I can't have kids anymore, but we decide to adopt together.
Someone,
And also,
but I'm saying but Dave. So why they should be happy to just adopt your stepkid?
I don't have a kid.
Your kid that you would have had just by going mad. You get what I'm saying? And just bareback.
But okay, who's looking after my kid when I go to work? How am I affording this child?
Same way everybody else. Like you're going mad. You think like, how did you afford that? All girls have to like. This is you're saying like because this is you're the first person that's had to go work.
No,
and
but
look
she
after
just said to you though. But everybody's situation's different. She's even got certain certain fears about having a child. Like she just said, she hasn't got a support system. She's got the fear about like if she's a parent and her daughter, or her child loses her. All of those things come into play. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get it.
And I just think everyone, like I've got loads of friends. Some of them had kids when my friend's sister was pregnant at 15, and then I've got friends now who are in their early 40s who are having kids. It doesn't it's your time is your time, right? And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I'll find a way to be okay with that. Just like everything else that's happened in my life.
I got my sister. My sister had her last kid at 41.
Yeah, big her up.
41.
That's lovely.
Rihanna.
And she's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, she's proper, man.
That's what I'm like. You just don't know, do you? Like it just is
my
one of those
mum had me
things.
when she was 37, but I was the youngest. You get me?
Yeah. So who knows? And part of me is like, I'm at a place where I'm quite peaceful, and I just think if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I don't want to like scrap around and fight for it.
Obviously it's just
if
mad.
It's going to be, it's going to be. If it's not going to be, it's not going to be, and that's that. I don't know, like there's things that I consider. It's my 40th birthday in June, so I would consider like maybe freezing embryos, because freezing eggs, the kind of conversion rate from I think freezing eggs to actually getting a successful pregnancy is so low anyway, plus my eggs are probably too old. But if you freeze an embryo, it's different, but I'd probably do a sperm donor embryo, so they're just there if I wanted to later down the line.
I don't even know about all of that stuff.
But that's the thing, like I feel like I have done research, I do know about it, and I've got different people that have gone through different stuff, because you get to a certain point where it's like, shit, I haven't met someone, I don't know if I am gonna, and is this something that I want? And you have to have those kind of conversations with yourself and work it out.
Yeah, true. But it's mad, because it's like, so with Kelly, I swear Kelly was saying she don't even want kids.
I'm trying to think if that's what she said.
I think Kelly from like my knowledge of speaking to her, kind of sometimes she thinks that she doesn't, sometimes she might quite like it, but I feel like she's kind of similar to me. It's like, look, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If it's not, it's not, and that's that.
Yeah, some people just don't want kids.
Some people, I know people who definitely don't want
Either
kids.
Either they don't or they just say they don't. You get me?
No,
I swear, Ashley says she don't want kids as well.
Who?
Aisleen, Aisleen, big
brother.
Jeff,
I thought you were saying my name, Aisleen.
No, Aisleen, you're Aisleen.
Yeah, what's her name? Aisleen. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Aisleen.
Yeah, no, it sounded like you were saying
if you don't
my
want
name.
kids, you don't want kids. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it hasn't happened yet. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Either way, I'm going to be good.
But going back to relationships, do you still think they're more powerful than being single? Or do you remember single is like freedom, innit? As well, you're just doing what you're doing. You don't have to check for your phone. No one it run you down. No one it. You get what I'm saying? You're just doing what you.
But I just feel like.
Do you know what I mean? And then
let me say something.
It's the person in a relationship.
with what you were saying, so like, you know, like certain scenarios may reach you like later on. As women, we know that we've got a biological clock and certain things, hence why earlier on, you know, when I was saying I just think men and women are different.
Yeah, I don't disagree
So a
with that.
woman that would be going it through life, you know, when she's young and she's not really looking at those type of things and stuff, she can't be a man. Because like later on in life, you know, like when those things start catching you up now, and then now you're like looking at all your other options, and then do you know what I mean? I just feel like there is things that we need to look at in those ways, which is why I said I don't feel like certain things should be normalized, because there is a structure to it to some degree. Obviously, I know everyone's individual in that, but I feel like the two right people are stronger, better than one. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't remember the statistic what my brother told me, but like there's like 1 in something with one person getting it, but the odds of 2 people working towards something is like another thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Especially if you're looking at it in a way where you want to, you know, procreate, you know, and stuff like that. So I just feel like as women, we need to look at those things, but obviously it depends on how you was raised. Like my grandma and granddad have been in a relationship over 50 odd years. They've been married. My mum was in a long-term relationship. My auntie's married. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's all I know. Yeah. Do you get me? And the partner that I've ended up with that's in a long-term relationship, his mum and dad's married.
Yeah. There's actually...
Do you understand what I'm saying?
So
his mum and dad's married, and that's all he's seen.
Yeah.
So I feel like, although people always say to me, oh my gosh, you and Reds, it wasn't that much of a struggle for me to do that, or for him, because that's normal for us. And that's all we see.
No, but you know what?
Some other people,
but
they don't know how to do that. They haven't seen it. They don't know how to live with
would you say, Creams, then that you had, like, growing up, you had evidence of like successful relationships? Because I think like when you see relationships working, because my grandparents were together from the age of 19 and they died like 6 weeks apart at 92. So they were together like all of that time. And like, I love it. And I think it's a beautiful thing. I know they had a lot of like troubles within their relationship at certain points, but they stuck it out. And I guess that's a generational thing as well. Yeah. Like one of my aunties and uncles are still together. The other one's split up, and then my mum died. So my dad obviously was in a different situation. But there is a lot of evidence that says, you know, like if you see a successful relationship and you see that as normalized, then that's what you aspire to, right? Because that's what you've grown up seeing. And I guess that's kind of what you're saying as well.
Yeah, I think so. I feel like it will at least give you more hope for it as well. Because obviously with long-term relationships, people's like, oh, that's a success, you know, but that's hard work.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot of ups and downs if you're with somebody for a long time. It depends on how you both work. You know, understand what I'm saying, and how much you want to be
What would
with
you
that
say
person.
then is your, like, what does it take to have a successful relationship to make it last like that?
I would say consistency, loyalty. You both kind of have to kind of share the same morals and visions, if you know, understand what I'm saying. And like understanding each other's love languages. Like there's loads, do you understand what I'm saying? Like there's just, and also knowing your role in your relationship. Do you get what I'm just a big believer of.
What are you lot looking for in a man? What are you lot looking
and stuff? Who leads? How they? Do you understand what I'm saying? And what you give to that person? I know what I bring to a relationship.
Relationship's crazy now.
Let me finish.
Mad, go on.
I know what I bring to a relationship. Crazy. I know what I want from a relationship.
Yeah. And those,
I know. Yeah, so I know my right. So that's how I look at it. When you come to, it's not meant to be one sucking from one. It's both come.
One sucking from one, the girl sucking.
What I'm saying, and then you
one
do what you're supposed to do.
The girl's the only
get what
one
I mean?
sucking.
So
one sucking
that's
from
my
one.
thing.
The girl's the only one doing
understanding each other's. Do you understand what I'm saying? You lot have kind of got the same understanding in that way. Do you get me? That's my kind of thing. I feel like.
Because it's, I guess it's a choice, right, isn't it? Because there must be moments in any long-term relationship where either one of you could be like, do you know what, at this point I'm out, but you make that decision not to, and you work on it and then stay.
Yeah, because if you're with somebody for long, you'll definitely have times where you can't stand them, where you don't like them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? No, you make me fucking sick. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's just being real, innit?
Yeah.
Sick.
But like your end goal is the same.
You make
if you
her
know
sick,
what I mean.
Reds.
Come on. I know I made Red sick. Come on. I know I have. I know I must have gotten on his nerves. I've fucking gotten on his nerves before. He's gotten on my nerves before. But what?
You make that choice to stay together.
Do you get what I mean?
And then you go back into a really good space again. And then you might have like a little, and then you go back into the good space again.
Yeah, like last night.
There you go. Look at the smile on her face. This morning. The energy.
But yeah, no, I just feel like with relationships, I've got a few things that I wrote down what I feel like you need to have, like,
right, cool.
Compromise.
You're talking too long. I ain't said a word for ages.
Well, that's all right. You said a lot of words.
It's my show. You get me?
Go on.
My
say
show,
your thing.
Spray show and creams. Let me talk. I ain't heard my voice for ages. I've been good. You get me? I'm telling myself bare times not to say nothing. Boom. What are you lot looking for in a man to be in a relationship?
Well, Creams is in a relationship. She's got what she's looking for.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, what do girls look for then?
Well, I mean, I can't speak for all women because I'm just one.
For you,
but do you know what? Actually, I think
being mental.
Can I just say one thing? I think
I'll stop the show.
I think it's really important. Losing it. I think it's really important that when you're dating people, that you don't actually tell people exactly what you're looking for, because there are certain people who will mimic and mask the things that you're looking for, so that they can, do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of
Date's not gonna watch this.
I'm not
it's
talking
cool.
about him.
So just tell us what you get. What I'm saying.
And then just hold on a second. And then they'll mimic and mask that and not be their true self.
Mimic, master.
But
we're the masters at mimicking.
That's what I just said.
Guys are the no, but we don't need to hear what you think we know what you think you need. We know.
Tell me then.
Do you know what I think is a big thing in relationships?
You need loyalty.
Yeah.
You need time. You get what I'm saying? You need a man that will come on.
You need trust. You need loyalty. You need respect.
Yes.
You need compromise. A big, massive thing what I see in relationships, what you need in order to have a successful where both people are happy, is that you want to see each other win.
Sex, good sex.
A lot of one-sided relationships
Great
where
sex.
somebody just wants you boosting them up, but
if
they
the
don't want
sex
to
is
see
dead,
you. Do you get
there's
what I'm
no
saying?
relationship is dead.
I feel like you have to be equally yoked. I feel that you have to know your role. And I feel
love
like
language. Go on, say it again.
accountability is a big one, because no one is always right.
Say love language.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's the one.
So things that to me I've written down that can ruin relationships is money, jealousy, bad intentions, lack of communication, cheating, being unappreciated,
bad sex.
Disrespect,
bad sex,
and being neglected.
Bad sex.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Cream, bad sex.
Yeah, but sex as well.
Deal
Come
breaker.
on. Yeah, they will. If
Deal
your sex
breaker.
life is boring, but
Deal
what I
breaker.
would say with that is the reason why it wasn't at the top of my list, if let me just school a few people.
Oh, here we go.
Right?
School spray. Go on.
Sex is a big with women. Sex starts before the bedroom. Let me tell you why men's and women's relationships are so spicy with their side chick, because they're doing foreplay from the morning till night. She's gonna be wet. You're texting her, you're enticing her, you're rare. She's open. If you get on your partner's nerves, you're whatever, then you're just tapping her because you want sex. No, it doesn't work like that. Know how to turn your woman on. Know how to, you understand what I'm saying? Communicate and them things. You can't disrespect her in the morning and want to fuck her in the evening and think that it's okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? If that's once in a blue moon, fair enough, it might be a bit funny. You know what I say, makeup, but not if that's a regular thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? She'll get tired of you. Do you understand? So I feel like that's a big thing, and then knowing your love your love language and your woman's love language.
Yes, please.
Do you understand? They are physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, and quality time.
Blowjob.
Well, I know what my man's are.
Blowjob.
What's your
mine?
Your love
mine's
language?
Love language got to be the blowjob.
Words of affirmation and gifts. And what I would say about this is it's really interesting. You know, Paul C. Brunson, the guy from Married at First Sight, the dating coach, he's like a matchmaker. He's like world renowned. I was listening to a podcast and he was talking about love languages, and he was saying,
like his mother.
He was saying that he always felt like they were a load of rubbish, whatever, and he just thought his wife was spoilt because her love language was gift giving. But actually, when he spoke to her, it's like throughout her childhood, that's how her dad showed her love. So the way that he kind of communicated his love to her, and that's how she received love. So you have to know what yours are, and you have to know what theirs are, so that you can love them in the way that
they like to be loved,
and they can love you in the way you like to be loved. And you don't need to understand it or judge it, because yours are never going to be necessary. Well, they might be the same, but they might not be the same. But it's about understanding. It's not about, like, even when I say gifts, like, for me, it's like someone thinking about me on the way home, and maybe it's like the chocolate that I like.
It's the little things.
It's just small.
Yeah,
or like
it's the little
like
things.
A little
It's
card
I agree 100% with what you're saying. So with those things, like, one of mine is acts of service, gifts, and I know my man's is physical touch and them kind of things. Do you understand what I mean? So, like,
you can do the test online, by the
way. If I say something to him, if we're going out and I might say, oh, I like this or I like that, we're just talking in normal. But if it's like time, so he's going to buy me something, if I open the box, I'll see everything that I had said to him. Do you understand? You know what I'm saying? He had picked that up. So those are the little special little things that will make you feel, do you understand what I'm saying? That will make you, and those are the things that people, you know, like, will open up it just gives you a different feeling.
It does, yeah.
And those are the things that will take your
sex life into another level.
Trust me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Allegedly.
It will, because if you're with somebody...
I read the book, you know.
If you're with somebody for over a decade and you still can't walk past them, brush past them without them still feeling some type, do you know what I mean? Like, it's because you've locked
into
from the
that smile on your face.
You've locked into something, innit? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
I do.
Yeah, I know. So
the energy, that chemistry is still there.
The chemistry.
That's what I say. You got to have good sex.
You got to have good sex.
Otherwise, it's dead. It's long.
Yeah, but what Creams is saying
it's
is not just about the physical act, it's everything that leads up to it.
It's things that lead up to it.
It's physical touch. That's what you're telling
Yeah.
me. Your thing is physical touch.
Most men's are, though, innit?
whether it's touch, is physical touch.
They said the most popular one on there, though, was quality time.
Is it?
Yeah. That's what I.
But you know what is with me, me and probably most man, what we want is loyalty the most. Like, do you get what I'm saying? That's the most.
That's not
before
a love
anything.
language.
Like, if we feel like we could trust that girl, and we know you're not gonna be dicking out, like, you're not gonna be moving mad, innit? Because we know girl that move mad. Loyalty is the big main thing. You get what I'm saying? Loyalty.
Do you think that men...
Honesty. I haven't finished. You're talking a lot now. This is the man's time.
Here we are.
Honesty. Do you get what I'm saying? Honesty is very important for guys. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we want a woman that can be honest. Like, you don't need to lie. Do you get what I'm saying? See, lying is something we don't like. And that's most, man. I don't
think women like that either.
No, but I don't know. No, but women get lied to the most. They might not like, they're used to it. Men lie, innit? We're mental. You get what I'm saying? We're the biggest liars. But...
Speak for yourself.
For all of us. I'm speaking for all of us, not for myself. All my mates, lying. Everyone. You get what I'm saying?
I feel like,
Deco, everyone's lying. We're all lying. Yeah,
Deco's face is like, do not.
I do feel like that.
No, but listen though, yeah? On
Do
a
you
level
agree?
though.
I'll
On a
tell you
level.
after.
The girl them, but with man, we definitely want honesty. Do you get what I'm saying? See, girl them, that's what I'm saying. You lot are a bit stronger than us emotionally.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
You're stronger than us emotionally. So you can know, like, my man's chatting shit or whatever and not be as emotional as a man would be knowing his girl's lying. Do you get that? Like, if you even think like, or certain things that girls must go through, yeah, that they find out and they know, but you're still saying what you're saying. So
because I feel like,
but they know, but you're still saying what you're saying. Blood, if you use the other way around, man will jump off the London Bridge and that.
Because I feel like
it's called gaslighting.
Like, man will go and get, do you get what I'm saying? If man actually thought, what, do you get what I'm saying? What? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, things what man do, like, if girl done it to man, blood, like, it'll be horrific.
I feel like
there will be so much more suicides.
I feel like it's an ego thing.
Of course, it's an ego thing.
The ego kill for the man is 10 times more detrimental for a woman. A woman can hold that. She can even talk with her brethrens about it. They'll relate. A man is not going to want to. Do you understand? And what it is with the men is they want the complete opposite of them in a woman more time. Some men that are more stronger, like a lot of men always think they're an alpha male, but a real strong man
vulnerability
can more handle a girl like him. You know what I mean? There's some men that can do that. Like, they can deal with it. But most of the time, they want the opposite of what they are. As hard as they are, they want you in softness. Do you know what I'm saying? A man wants, if he's hard, he wants you soft. He's a liar. You're meant to be, you know what I'm saying, that other thing. Do you get me? He don't want you to be giving that. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what I reckon. So I feel like if you're giving them back that, it's not going to work.
Yeah. I think, I just feel like, I think I'm, the person that I am in a relationship, I think only the person that I'm in a relationship with is ever going to know that side of me. I don't know about you. There's probably parts of you that no one else about you in the sense of like the way that you are with those people. So it's like, you know, like I might appear to a lot of people to be like quite, you know, strong, and some people might like identify that as a masculine energy or whatever. But actually, like if I'm with the right person, I'm really kind of
I
like
100% believe in that,
gentle.
because you get they say men set the tone.
Yeah, if I feel
anyway.
safe, if I feel secure.
If you're in a relationship with your woman, like I said, and she's giving you bare masculine energy, check what you're doing, because you've put her in that masculine space. Unless she's just a naturally aggressive masculine man gal, then fair enough. But if, you know what I mean? But honestly, if she's always in her masculine energy, you ain't put her in a feminine space. And that's what I do know. It's defensive.
Protective.
Trust me, because if a girl feels safe, she feels protected, she feels like she's dealt with the right way, she feels like she's being respected and that, the first thing she's going to do is give you that feminine goddess energy. Do you understand what I'm saying? When my man's on point, I'm on point. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we're being real, innit? He went to work, it was good. He come back from work, it was good. I went straight downstairs and started frying my chicken, the dinner. Not being, you know what I'm saying, but it sends you in your place. I can't explain it. It sets, once he's doing what he's doing, you will want to do what you're supposed to be doing. Do you understand what I mean? And if you're not, then you're not supposed to be together.
Not supposed to.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. But yeah, and I think like at this stage in my life, I wouldn't want to be with someone who was, like dishonest or not loyal. Like that, I just think that I couldn't have a relationship with someone like that.
And disrespectful.
Not at our age.
And I'm,
No.
I think I'm quite.
There's no time for that. Who's got time for that?
But have you ever in your life, and this is both of you, had a relationship with someone who's really insecure, and then that insecurity gets pushed onto you as like a controlling behaviour? So whereby it's like, who did you talk to? Where did you go? Who were you with? Like, let me look through your phone. All of that kind of stuff.
No.
Because when I was I think I was probably 17 to 19. I was with this guy for 2 years.
No, but that's what men do.
But it's insecurity.
Man are moving coercive, you get me?
That's controlling. But
this is the thing. I never cheated on him. He was cheating on me. So it's like, because he knows he's doing the behaviour, he's then projecting that onto me.
Yeah.
And I've never cheated on anyone.
And then you ain't even going to be able to do what you're supposed to do. He ain't going to want to see you in. He's not going to want to...
like mental... It was like mental manipulation. I lost all of my friends. Like he didn't want me to have a job. The first thing they want to do is isolate you. Yeah, it was horrible.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's another thing we need to tap into as well. Them type of relationships. You see, if you're with somebody, and they're bad and they bad mind, they don't want to see you in. Like, is it Stormzy that had that tune? He said... She don't want no Dave, and he said, "How about your biggest hate is your man? He don't want you to win." Do you know how much people are going through that, where the person beside you is your biggest hater? Those are the relationships that you need to run away from.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Energy
suckers.
The right person.
Exactly, it's the right. Do you understand
Not
what I'm
just
saying?
having a relationship because you don't want to be single.
Because a lot of people are in relationships. And they're in shit relationships, but just to say that they're in a relationship, they stay. And that you're not going to be happy. You're not happy. You're better off than just being... Do you understand what I'm saying? You can be on your own and be... Do you understand what I mean? Because it's all about enhancement. Because most of those men, they either have you at one extreme. You're either comfort eating or you're sucked out. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's not... And that's not what I don't... Edge. Yeah, you was born by yourself. That's not what you meeting another person, to me, is supposed to be doing for you. Do you get what I mean? So do you think that everyone's supposed to be in a relationship? Do you think like that is the end? What do you lot think of relationships anyway?
No. Not everyone.
Everyone should be in one?
No. There's some people that they just...
Some people don't want it.
So you don't even have to. Yeah, it's just.
Some people look mental as well. Like, do you know what I mean?
I think some of the best couples, this is going to sound mental here, but some of the best like situations I see, very open, are like polygamous situations. There might even be a female. I'm going to start with the female, the two men, or the man with the two girls, but not like that. When you come out of the sexual aspect of it and they just start breaking down the realistic aspect, they start saying it's 3 incomes coming into the one house. Not like that.
Astaghfirullah.
Could you be in a polygamous relationship?
way.
I could never.
No.
Do you know why? I am too territorial.
That's exactly it. I
I'm too
wouldn't be able to
fucking
cope.
territorial. And that's what I wouldn't be able to get out of my head. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I couldn't do that. I couldn't deal with it at all.
I ain't gonna lie. It's a man thing. I couldn't be in one with another man, but I can have. It sounds messed up, but I could have one.
Why, man?
I could have 3 or 4 wives, and that's why I said wives. Because I'm not talking about girls. Because you're treating everyone equally and providing. I think I could, if I was financially stable enough. I think emotionally and financially, I could cater to 4 different people.
I guess it depends. I suppose it just depends what you like.
But I feel like women, even if you was giving me and her exactly the same thing, that still ain't enough for me.
This is my book, everyone. I feel like I'm at show and tell. It's a book. It's an original classic. It's called The Science of Getting Rich, and it was written by Wallace D. Wattle in 1910. So it's quite an old book. It was written over 100 years ago. But what I will say about this book is it's very simple spiritual / metaphysical concepts. It's written in a very, very easy to understand way. And within this book, there's 2 books. So there's The Science of Getting Rich and The Science of Being Great. And they're both like incredible books. I've probably read, I'd say, in excess of 200 personal development and spiritual books. And I think this one is just really easy to digest and understand without having necessarily like loads of knowledge of spirituality and like metaphysics. So it's just a really easy book and it's really great.
Has he got a synopsis?
There is. No,
you haven't even said what it's called or nothing?
I said The Science of Getting Rich.
I'm going, man.
Getting Rich. You said who it's from as well.
Who are you lot, man?
When it was wrote.
Are you lot my pattern or her pattern? What's going on?
So this foreword was written by someone else because the book was written such a long time ago. So it says, when I began to study and later teach and write on the subject of prosperity, William D. Wattles was amongst my early influences. I marvelled then, as I do now, at the deliberate, direct, unapologetic and uncompromising way that he wrote on a subject as early as 1910. It's been said that poverty is a form of hell caused by man's blindness to God's good. The author knew this, and he explained, firstly, the psychology of wealth, and secondly, the definite steps to attain it. It's very interesting, and it's very easy to follow.
You haven't finished.
Oh, sorry, do you want me to read all of it?
Yeah.
He further stated, there is a science to getting rich, and anyone can do it. Indeed, it is your right to be rich, and your life will be incomplete without it. Many success-themed authors followed him later in the 20th century and into the 21st century, but none have surpassed his simple message, rich or poor, it's good to have money. This book shows you how to do it and much more. Enjoy.
So it's a good book. Yeah, how many times you read it?
I reckon I've read it about 4 or 5 times. I've given this book away so many times, though.
Really?
The Science of Getting Rich. I need to learn that science still. I don't even know why I'm pointing there. Science of Getting Rich.
This book isn't just about being financially rich. I think the philosophies within it. Yeah, and how to just to be lighter and more positive and stay in a good, energetic feeling space.
Increase in life.
But if you could look,
I'm trying to look at.
Look, do you want to see spray here? Look, you go to some of these bits, you'll find the bits that I've underlined. I've really gone in. Look, you know, like. All things are set moving towards its realization. Every living thing, every inanimate thing, and the things yet uncreated are stirred towards bringing into being that which you want. So it's just about the idea that it's like the law of attraction, and I don't think that I think there's real truth in this. What I always say is essentially this reality that we're experiencing, the stuff that's going on outside of us, has already happened because we create our external experience by our internal world. So if we want to change what we're experiencing, we can't change out here. We have to change in here, and then out here changes. So what we're experiencing right now is what we've already created with our thinking and feeling. But if we want to experience something different tomorrow, in a week's time, in a month's time, in a year's time, we have to change in here. And it's really hard to change in here when your outside is crap but that's the only way to do it. You cannot wait for the outside to change the inside. You have to change the inside to change the outside. And that's what this book's about.
I like that, but are you going to let me borrow it?
I'll never get it back.
You will get it back.
No.
If I get it back.
You can have it and I'll just buy a new one.
Why do you think I won't get it?
Did you bring back my fun life?
Oh, whatever, man.
No, I was just checking.
Of course I did. Long time ago, did you bring back my fun life? Why do you think I wouldn't bring it back? Because I'm black.
What are you talking about?
No, but I don't know. Like, I got to draw the race card for that. Like, why would I not bring you back your book?
Because you might keep it because it's so
Why?
good.
Because I'm black.
No, or I just might never see you again.
No, I'm just, we always draw for the makes it a bit awkward, makes it a bit ooks. You know, when you draw the races card, it makes it a bit ooks. I'm an idiot.
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
You can have the book if you want. I'll just get myself a new one.
Why don't you want it back though? Because it's been in my ass.
No, it's not because
it's been in the black people's ass. Yeah, I don't want that back. It's been in the fucking black people's ass. Don't want that back in my ass. You keep that. I'll buy me own. Buy a next one. Buy a next one from Essex.
Do you know why? Because
I'll buy a next one from Essex.
Apples and
I'll
pears.
buy a next one from Essex.
Do you know why?
Keep that, you black
No. Oh, wow.
No.
Don't say that.
I don't
because
know. I don't know.
if you feel like drawn to this book, then I would give it to you as a gift because I feel like it's a good thing to give as a gift.
Don't want it back because it's been around black people.
It's got nothing to do
Just tell the
with
truth.
anything like that.
I'm going mad.
saying.
No, because they get in the comments, they call me, I'm racist now, I didn't even know.
You?
I'm racist. They're telling me I'm racist. After the Loot episode, I'm racist. Me.
I don't know if that's true.
Never
you
true.
Might, I
Never
feel
true.
like...
she knows it's not true because me and her always...
but
she's
wait.
black and proud. Me and her, and I'm like the fucking... I'm with Tommy, innit? I'm with Tommy. You know what I mean? I'm with Tommy. You know Tommy Robinson? I'm with Tommy.
No.
I'm with him.
No.
But that's
Don't
why
be
me and
with
her...
him.
I'm with Tommy.
No.
Fuck off.
No.
Go back home.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Back on the boat. Fuck off.
Oh my God.
I'm with Tommy.
No, I'm not with Tommy.
I'm going to get Tommy on here as it goes.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, that would be good.
Maybe you want to not be here that day.
No, we'll definitely.
Be here.
Are you not going to be here?
Can I just say though?
Oh, yeah.
But can I just say something that I feel like when it comes to racism, that I don't think that.
No, I'm just joking. I know you're not racist.
I do look at older people differently, though. I know it sounds funny, but because they've got a different experience to us. If they haven't seen it, like they was born in a country where they didn't see a certain thing, they're not used to it, so whatever. There's a different way that they're going to look at it, and I kind of... do you know what I mean?
You have
my thing is just, my thing is if you don't understand certain things, I'm just against like where you just kind of hate somebody just because of, you understand what I mean?
It was just a joke.
Wait.
I'm trying to wind this up.
Can I just say one thing? Can I just finish what I was going to say? This is
your day. This is your flowers.
Thank you. I appreciate
We appreciate you for coming in. You deserve all the flowers.
Thank you.
I swear down. Don't she deserve all the flowers?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Every flower.
What I will say about racism is that I feel like there's two very different things. There's racial bias, and white people can have racial bias against black people.
Black people are racist as well.
Wait, you can have racial bias.
Black people racist as well.
We
think you lot can't cook and that.
No, that's absolutely
and we
fine.
call you lot greyfoot.
That's a racial bias.
That's racist.
That's a racial
We're
bias.
racist as well.
That's a racial bias.
We think they don't
Spray,
wash
are you
all
gonna
the
let me
time.
finish?
No, but I'm saying not
we
me.
don't wash our legs.
Not me personally.
No, I don't moisturise.
Not me personally, but I'm saying, see, like when people.
No, but you're not letting me finish. You don't
know
what I'm trying to say. You don't know what I'm trying to say.
I'm with me.
She was already speaking.
I'm with me. She was already speaking. Now I'm speaking.
Wow.
Boom. So now, because black people, like I'm with Tommy in it, because black people.
That's nothing to be
black
proud
people
of.
are racist. Now all I'm saying is like we're always like, oh yes, they're racist and racist.
But you're not letting me say what I'm trying to say.
I'm saying black people, we know. We're racist as well.
But what I'm not...
Because we say racist stuff as well.
But you're not listening. Can I finish? Right, okay. Take your mic away for a second.
Finish.
Right, okay.
Sorry.
I'm not denying that. But what you have to understand is that racism is a structure that was built over years.
You watch the chicken.
Specifically to separate black and white people and to...
Because she watches the chicken.
As part of I don't eat chicken because I'm vegan. Before that, I did wash it and then cover it with lime and lemon. Thank you. And then, so...
That was racist, wasn't it, what I said?
No, it's not racist. It's racial bias. It's what I'm trying to say to you. But the
Follow
power,
the Queen. No, I'm going.
the power structures that we have, so our judicial system, police system, education system, are all systemically racist, and they're systemically racist against black people. Those systems benefit white people, and therefore black people can't inflict racism on white people. They can inflict racial bias, but they can't inflict racism because you don't have the power to, because the systems are set up against you, whereas they're set up for us. So that's the difference. You can have racial bias, but you can't, because you can't be racist, because you can't inflict racism on people if you don't have that power.
Go back, fuck you. Go back home, you black cunts. Get the fuck out of our country. You fucking get them all out. Get them out. You get me? Follow the Queen. Follow the Queen.
Wow. Anyway,
Follow
guys,
the Queen.
calm down. Let me say my thing.
Follow the Queen.
Follow me on Instagram. Ice Cream, the
beating
poster
Swiss
girl.
right now.
Follow me on
Right.
Twitter, Queen Ice Cream. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on YouTube, Queen Ice Cream TV. Follow my business page, poster girl _lashes. You know the vibes.
Okay, now we're finished with that essay. Yeah. Follow our special
Claira.
guest.
Claira Hermet. Everywhere. Or Miss Claira Hermet on
Miss-
Instagram.
And Claira Hermet on TikTok. Now follow the TikTok and all that though. Like if you got TikTok, she's a vibe still. You get me? Follow
try.
me. You try. You do more than try. And flowers. You get what I'm saying, for still being here.
Where are they?
Huh? Gave them to you.
Where?
Flowers.
Where are they?
I'll bring you flowers.
Well, where are the flowers you
Boom.
keep
Follow
speaking
me at young_spray_official on Instagram, at young_spray on Twitter. Follow the podcast page at RTM Podcast Show. Follow the clothing. Oh yeah, shit. Forgot to give you your clothes. Really the most.
It's my flowers.
At RTM Clothing Original, www.reallythemost.com. And yeah, thanks. And I respect you lot though. You get me, for staying with us. And obviously we had a good end to the year. And yeah, big up for all of that. We've been getting blogged by all the big American. It's mad, you know. Like even today, like about 4 American blogs posted us today. Yeah, one of them had 4.6 million followers. One of them had 3.2 million followers. One of like bare blogs, yeah. And it's so nuts because it's like they're all, and only over here the biggest blog was posted. That's it. It's made you think. Like none of the these things that's posting us, they got more followers than Shade Borough, all of them. Grime Daily, Link Up, all of them. You know, Grime Daily, Link Up, none of them they don't even post our thing. They move like it's not the biggest scoop. That, yeah, you get me? Like, you get me? Man asked 21 Savage's dad if he smokes crack. That's mad, you get me? But yeah, boom.
Big up Black Kings UK.
Big up Black Kings UK.
Big you lot up.
Big up
Audio Savers.
Audio Savers.
Big up everybody that's been...
big up everyone that's been blogging, man.
Everybody.
You know what I mean? Big up you lot that's been commenting.
And all of the supporters.
Constructive criticism. Man, try and take it. Like, I try and be more quiet today, obviously. Try and be better next time. I have been quiet today, no? No? Am I going mad or something?
For real, Spray, you said that with chest, you know.
There's been times I've actually been quiet for like minutes.
When you went to the toilet.
No, he believes it.
Yeah,
no, he believes it.
I
I've
actually
been quiet for
believe
like
it.
minutes. He's 100% serious when he says
quiet
this.
for like minutes. Like,
When you went to the toilet and you weren't in the room.
I swear down.
That's the longest.
Really the most.
Really the most.